Hello and welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Thanks for joining in. What we have for you today is going to be something pretty amazing. It is what you would call the Great Value RLCS. As you can tell, I am your host, the Dad Plays, and we've got a fun day full of high level Rocket League, not so high level Rocket League, and lots of plat whiffs. So it should be a good time. Joining me today in the studio, I've got my two co-hosts, one of which you have seen on other streams. That is my very own son, Colonel Flustered. And Colonel, how are you today?
Dad, I'm great. I'm really excited to see some Rocket League today.
Awesome. And also joining us for the first time, our very own professional Rocket League coach. You may have seen him on the Seabell videos where he tried to go to SSL in 30 days, and that is Coach Ulti. Ulti, how are you?
Hello, I am doing good.
Excellent. It's this is going to be a first for us, having someone of your caliber in the booth to help us critique in-game play, because neither myself nor the Colonel are that high a level. So it's going to be a nice, refreshing bit to have you on our team today. So thanks for joining us.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me. It's
All
going to be a
right.
lot of fun.
Excellent. So, with that, let's get into the meat of what today's all about, and that is going to be the gameplay. So, let's go now to our team breakdown. And first off, we have DEFCON 1, who is Frab, Colonel Ingus, and Aeropilot. Now, I know Colonel Ingus joined us this summer as the Colonel and Colonel Flustered and I headed down to Dallas for RLCS. He's a good, solid mid-level champ player. And then we've got Aeropilot, who is an actual pilot, by the way, who's a solid plat, low diamond player. Connor, what do you have for us on Frab? I know he's a friend of yours.
So Frab is a extremely gifted mechanical player. He's very young, but he has a lot of spunk and a lot of skill on the field. I have seen him very nearly quad flip reset on us in private matches. He's got a lot of strength on the field, a lot of force, and he's ready to play today too.
So would you say he's probably the youngest player in the field today?
I would say so. I think so.
And interestingly enough, conversely, I think Aeropilot is the oldest player. So this is kind of fun. So we've got Frab, who's the youngest player, probably the highest skill level, paired up with Aeropilot, who's the oldest player and probably lowest skill level. So that will be an interesting matchup to watch today. And now from there, so we've got five teams today. DEFCON 1 is the first. And the next team we have coming up is Grease Lightning, who is Destiny, Rimalice, and Genji. Destiny is actually somebody that I ended up meeting up with while I was playing some snow day matches. Remo is actually a friend of ours from the server, obviously, and then we've got Genji. Connor, what do you know about any of these guys?
So I can tell you that a lot of these guys we met at the Rocket League World Championships in Dallas over the summer. I haven't had the opportunity to play with all of them yet. So today's going to be actually a little bit new for me to see how some of these guys are on the field, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I know Destiny is. I think he was GC1, and my goal that I had while he and I were playing was just to get him to carry me to champ in Snow Day. So he's got that to look forward to as we end up pairing up. Because I hate to say it, but I'm probably a Snow Day main. Maybe I don't know. As far as extra modes go, that's definitely my favorite one. And again, Remo is just a good, solid mid-level player. A friend of ours on the server. So it's going to be pretty interesting to watch and see how these guys mesh, because Genji is someone I don't know that anyone else has played with on the server. So watching this team, which has been formed pretty much out of thin air, and seeing how they gel over the course of the matches will be pretty interesting. It'll be a lot of fun to watch. And so now our next team up on the roster is Orange Belts. So you've got Javier, Stop It, and instead of Sweaty Mango, we had a late game substitution now with Zugs. So it's going to be fun to see him slot in there. But Stop It again is another guy, good mid-level player that I ended up inviting to the server. But Javier is actually a friend of yours that you play pretty regularly with, right?
Yeah, he and I actually recently won a Grand Champ tournament together. He is a force on the on your own side of the field. He is a fantastic defender. Um, his mechanics are solid, but look for him for those uh, fantastically placed clears, and he's a great finisher too. Definitely a player to watch out for.
Nice. Well, with Stop It, with he is just, I would call him a solid utility player, right? Whatever you need on the pitch, he's going to be able to be there to fit that bill. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he slots in because he plays quite a bit with Zuggs, the fill-in for Sweaty Mango, and I think probably all of these players are closest to overall skill level. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say this team is really one to look out for. I have seen in the past teams that have one great player sometimes struggle against some of these teams that have a little bit more mid-range.
Hmm.
And not to say that Javier is not high up there. He's one of our highest ranked players. But he and Zuggs are not too far apart in
Cool.
skill, I would
Awesome.
say. So
Well,
it's gonna be one to look out for.
awesome. Now let's go on to our next team, which is Platinum Fury. So we've got Zero. He was a dead guy and Captain Crunch. And again, so now he was a dead guy and Captain Crunch, longtime friends of ours from the server. We've played with these guys innumerable times. But Zero is somebody new that you brought in, right?
Yeah, so Zero and Javier are actually two players that I met playing tournaments. Zero was our third when Javier and I won that GC tournament just a few nights ago. Zero is incredibly mechanical. His air dribbles, his double taps, his flip resets, he's really consistent at those, and he's got a ton of passion. You watch him on the field, and you can tell he always plays with his full heart. He is out here to get a win today.
Nice. And what's funny is he was a dead guy, same way. He's nicknamed himself the Trash Man. And interesting note, as a side hustle, he was a dead guy, also does professional wrestling. Not watches, participates in and does professional wrestling. So if that doesn't tell you what kind of grit that guy is made from, then I don't know what does.
Oh, absolutely. He's
Yeah.
going to be extremely physical.
Yeah. And so now our final team, the Rocket Bros. We've got Isolated, Dild Gherkin, and Raging Snail. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these are all guys we picked up while we were at RLCS in Dallas. Is that correct?
So Dild Gherkin is
Okay.
Xavier is a friend of Javier and Frab and Zeros, um, and Raging Snail is actually a friend of Colonel. So
Okay.
so yeah, it's a lot of a mix of guys here.
So, I've not played with any of these guys. What can you tell us about their mechanical prowess or, their rotational ability?
The only player who I have any experience playing with here is actually Isolated. And Isolated is a strong, strong player, mid grand champion. Um, and he's very quick, he's very smart with his touches. So he is definitely going to be a force on the field, somebody who's going to make a lot of plays happen. So
Outstanding. Well, and I will notice too on the the pre-tournament questionnaire that everybody filled out, pretty much everybody across the board did rate themselves as more rotational and game sense oriented rather than mechanically oriented. But from what you've said, I think we're going to see still some high level mechanics. They're going to be happening on the pitch, as we go through the day. Um, so now with that, let me come back into the studio and bring Ulti in. So Colonel, you can go off and take care of all the game admin stuff, and we will catch up with you later on at the end, okay?
sounds good.
All right, see you then. Now, Coach Ulti, again, I think
Yes.
it's going to be really interesting to have your input as these games are going on because as a professional Rocket League coach, you're going to be more attuned to seeing those maybe those rotational missteps or those mechanical peaks as they happen on
Mm.
the pitch. Kind of, I guess, with the player base happening anywhere from plat all the way up to GC2, and having those people intermingled on the same team, what are some of the keys that I think you're going to be looking for as we go throughout the day?
I think the biggest thing I'm going to be looking for is how teams are able to withstand pressure and essentially neutralize the opponents with their rotations and making sure that, there's really no hole in the wall, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
where the ball can go past them and they get scored on just because of their third man being too far pushed up. I think positioning is going to be a real big key here, and just seeing where they, like, how they place their touches on the ball, where they place the ball, to see the purpose behind it. I
Now,
think it's going to be the team that's probably going to win is going to be the one that has more intent behind their touches.
and so now
And so
here's
that's definitely what I'm looking for.
well, so now here's a question with
Mhm.
with the one team that we have where we've got I think a GC1 or GC2 at the top, and then we've got
Mhm.
that plat at the bottom. Do you anticipate a chance of maybe the GC trying to overplay and not leaving room for the plat to be a relevant member of the team, or do you anticipate if he's a good GC allowing the plat to fill his plat role?
I think it just kind of depends on what all needs to be fulfilled. Sometimes it's better for the player to be more respectful in certain moments. Sometimes it's better for the GC. You said GC, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes it's better for the GC to give way to the platinum and kind of like play coverage mode. And then every now and then overriding makes sense in plays where maybe the plat isn't fast enough. But really, this is all about having the tournament experience, having fun, and trying to win the whole thing, and just being a good team
Right,
overall.
right. So, let's see. Bear with me just one second. I actually need to get us an invite to the party. So when the party match starts, you and I can actually join in.
Sure.
So, Colonel, if you are there, we need invites to the party. No, actually, or do we need invites to the party? I can't remember now. Let's see. So no, actually, you know what? I think we need to go to custom games, private match, join private match. Here we go.
Hmm.
There we go. So let me do that real quick. Let me get myself logged in. And oh nope, it's not set up yet. Okay. So Colonel, yep, yep. Oh, here we go. Yep. So there's that. And I don't know where we stand. Connor, if you're there, how close are we to getting the first
W-
match ready to go?
We're ready to go. I'm not sure why you're having trouble joining.
Okay, let's see. And let's see. It says unable to find server.
Try again. I texted you this time. Um, I I texted it to you, and I will DM Ulti.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. Let's see.
You want to
Connor,
go ahead and
Connor,
toss
I
me
don't.
party leave for a second and just see if I can do it real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
I sent you the DM.
Okay.
And sorry for the technical issues, folks, but again, this is what you get with great value RLCS. So okay, and here we go. So now let's switch over to the pitch so we can let's switch over into spectator mode. Okay, and then
Let me let the teams know.
all right, so we'll sit here and for those of you that don't know, this is an event put on by just a bunch of us friends in a very small Rocket League server. We do just for fun. Some of it we do as a, just so we can fulfill our. And here we go. Okay, here we go. And so we've got Boost and Dream against Remo. We've got Destiny coming back to pick up the clutch save there. Gingy moving forward. Boost and Dream, which that is also Zuggs. He was the fill-in for for the late game fill in here. So Ulti, so right off the bat, what are you kind of seeing? I'm kind of seeing just teams sort of filling each other out and figuring out how to play together.
Yeah, we're definitely in the testing the water kind of phase. We're just seeing how they're playing against each other and seeing where their weaknesses and strengths come through. It is looking pretty back and forth so far, so I don't know if I necessarily have a verdict as to which team is looking more prominent here. Oh, it might be. Oh, almost. Play there.
And we've got Gingy, we've got Boost and Dream picking up the save, going to take control of the ball off the wall, trying to make the midfield pass, missed. Stop it's there for a nice shot on goal, but Destiny's there to make the save. Destiny's going to clear down to the goal. Let's see, Javier's there for the easy save for the Duran champion. Gingy's going to control the ball in the corner. Oh, a nice little backwards play. Javier now is going to pick it up, make a shot on, go for the double tap, and Boost and Dream there to make the shot. Javier's going to put it back on. Oh, stop it almost with a clutch shot there. And you know, as we see these games go on, and again, this is a double elimination tournament, so even the loser of this game will have a chance to come back and recoup at the end of this, and maybe make it all the way through the losers bracket, which we've seen happen in the past. Destiny's going to control into the corner for the double tap. Oh, nice shot, but just off the crossbar.
So
just
close.
Off the side post. Nice clear. Destiny's going to collect in the corner. Keeping the ball close. Javier's going to, oh, we've got another save. Destiny again going to control over in the corner. Stop it with the challenge. Remo's going to collect, clears down, intercepted by Javier. Again, he's going to, try to get the midfield pass in. Destiny clears down to the blue side. Stop it's going to intercept. Javier makes the play. Everything's going on in the corner. And Boost and Dream with a challenge in the corner, trying to get that to go past. And,
yeah, you can definitely see Grease Lightning making a lot more touches that are going to open space, but not really getting much reward, and we already got a goal going.
Nice. Boost and Dream.
2 minutes left.
Boost and Dream with the cleanup. Javier takes a nice shot, and that was a hard cut by Boost and Dream there.
A beautiful touch. Yeah, but as I was saying, Grease Lightning is tending to get a lot of energy in their play, but they're not actually like doing anything with it, right? So it's not as coordinated.
Right.
If you take a look at Orange Belt, they are absolutely wiping the floor on offense because they are way more coordinated with it, and you can see that they're just keeping up the pressure, getting a lot more opportunities showing up. Whereas every time you see Grease Lightning, and another one
there
right
from
there,
Javier, absolutely
beautiful, well done. What a shot.
What a touch. You know, Destiny was up there to make that save, but that was just a tough save to make against Javier's mechanical acumen there. Remo with a good solid kickoff. Controlling in the corner. Now Destiny's going to put the shot in. He's going to
see, there's that pressure, but they can't keep it in. And so they're going to find themselves going back to defense a lot more and just having a lot more of a struggle bus trying to get counterattacks ready to go.
Right. Oh, Destiny with a clutch save. Oh, and Gingy with a great save there.
Beautiful pass up if you can get connected.
Boost and Dream driving it down deep. Javier's ready. Oh, hard angle to put in. Goes just wide, which can be collected by Gingy. Opting to control the ball. And, stop it with a good challenge. Javier's going to place the ball deep. Oh, and it's an open net. Oh,
it's
almost
the third man.
Almost there for the save. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier, right? Having that third man pushed up and just not getting the ability to have coverage on that defense is going to be the name of the game here.
Right. And here we go now with Stop It and Gingy on the kickoff. Pretty neutral. Going to be collected by Boost. Oh, no, and the whiff. And here's, Orange Belts Grease Lightning had just a chance to try to get it in there. Javier straight to Genji, off to the corner. Oh, nice clutch demo. Now if they can collect.
Beautiful.
Oh,
demo.
and clutch save by Javier.
Now is this is a best of 3?
This
correct?
is a best of 3, correct?
Okay. Man, the thing is, they have such good ideas. Grease Lightning does, but they're just not coordinating with each other to actually like make those ideas work out, right? But like everyone's making touches that are like really good ideas if they're supported and structured, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
So if they can get that down, if they can get that structure down, I can see a real fight against these two teams. I think they're very evenly matched, but I do think Orange Belts has a bit more advantage in their level of coordination, and I think that's really showing here.
Okay, so we've got Orange Belts with the win in game 1. Let's see if, I think towards the end there, Grease Lightning was really starting to put some things together. And, they kept driving things off to the, spectate, there we go. They were really they kept things off in the right corner, right? And I think if they can mix up their attacks, keep the ball spread out a bit more, I think they'll have better opportunity.
Yeah, if they can definitely play into that space, right, and just not rushing the play and then getting it counterattacked. If they can really control that pacing,
right,
we're gonna see a lot of fun here. There's gonna be a lot of flashing.
So neutral kickoff collected by Boost and Dream, but sent deep back to the other end. Javier clearing off into the corner, where Stop It's going to collect, put in. Nope. Remo's, and now here's what's funny is Stop It and Remo are actually good friends. I brought Stop It into the server, and he then brought Remo into the server. So here we've got brother versus brother on the pitch.
Got a rivalry going.
Exactly. Oh, nice job to keep the ball in. Genji shoots it into the corner. Oh, here we got the open net, and here we go. Well
there
done.
It is again.
And Javier scored.
Yep. So once again, you see that third man pushing up, and you can tell like they want to go for it, and they get the hit if they connect on it, right? But it's unfortunate that they're just not able to connect on that, and so they might want to play it safe because it's the very beginning of the game. Right. You want to make sure you got that down.
And would you say that's pretty much a byproduct of these teams being formed basically by us? For those that don't know, the way this tournament happens is everybody who wants to play signs up, and then we put the teams together based on skill level. So these are guys who don't frequently, play with each other as a team unless they've been on the server for a long period of time. So, I think we've got some getting used to here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a question of who has a better chemistry then.
Yeah.
Because then it's all about just who has the better vibes, how's the team feeling, does it feel like a high stakes position, does it feel like it's super chill and everyone's having a good time. Usually on those teams where you see people having more forgiveness and almost a play from Genji there.
Yeah, that was a great effort. He did everything he could.
Yeah. Genji gonna follow up, get that touch on the play.
Right. Oh, a nice clang with a great save
what
by
a
Remo.
Beautiful save. Well done.
Javier collects, sends it across, and Stop It's going to be there, but Genji has a nice pinch to clear the ball back to the blue side.
Yeah, you can see that defense really working out. They got those counterattacks going, and you can just see that they're developing the ball. Like they're taking their time out of their defense and no one's rushing them. So it ends up being really successful because they get all that clearance in midfield and then they just have every opportunity to bring it back and counterattack, and you can really see that.
Right. Oh, and
a
mistake. Boost and Dream trying to collect the ball back, and just an unfortunate incident there where he didn't see Genji coming up behind him. Stop It tries to make the challenge, and then Genji puts it right around to tie it up at 1.
Man.
Javier with a good solid kickoff win. Oh, and Destiny with the whiff, but Genji's there for the save. I'll tell you this, Javier is really good at controlling the ball. Every time I've seen he's had an opportunity, rather than just clearing it downfield, he collects and controls effectively.
Yeah, you can tell his placements are really trying to set the opponents off guard, putting, I want to say it's Grease Lightning and Orange Belts, right? So
Correct,
Grease Lightning
yes,
is
yes.
Genji's roster, and then Javier is Orange Belts, correct?
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it throws us off by having orange belts
Because
be
they're
on the
blue
blues.
and orange. Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I will say, you know, that's an unfortunate touch there.
Open net, set up.
There it is.
There we go, and we can see the tables have absolutely turned with these rosters, and you can tell that more pressure is being set on to Orange Belts, and it's really showing. They're struggling to get that defense really in sync when all the opponents are, you know, on their doorstep. And it's a mess right now.
Yeah. Oh, great kickoff goal.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Woo.
Okay. Genji with an effective kickoff and a fantastic follow. You know, Boost and Dream headed off into the corner for Boost, as you would in that position, right? But just didn't expect the kickoff goal.
Absolutely. Kickoff goals being a massive advantage.
And Genji there for another shot. Oh, with the pre-jump. Oh.
Oh, no.
And now we've got Orange Belts fighting back with a kickoff goal of their own, essentially. Stop it with a fantastic bang. And Remo and Destiny were both caught unawares.
Oh, man, just really not getting that opportunity to get the clear into the corner there.
Right. And here we go with another
kickoff goal
for Grease Lightning.
Orange Belt's gonna have to step it up on that kickoff with their.
Did this turn into?
Oh, you can see.
Did this turn into a ones match all of a sudden? We just got all these kickoff goals going on here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play a little bit more cautious on their third man. Just start playing more coverage work on that goal, because you don't want that happening anymore. You know.
Right.
And if you can't control it through getting the contact, then you got to do the best to stop it. No pun intended.
Look at the demos coming fast and furious now. The thing is, I think they're unintentional. You know, unlike me, who has taken an active role in chasing 10,000 demos now, I think these guys play by a much more gentlemanly game than I normally do.
Definitely playing clean, not getting much go on in terms of boarding positioning, more than it is about timing and just really being prepared.
Yeah. Stop, it's following up. Oh, we have another
Genji
demo
with a
back
great
there.
demo. If that can be connected, that becomes a great play. That's an open net.
Oh, and the whiff by Genji, but Destiny's there to clear across. Boost and Dream.
They're still in danger
and
here.
Look at that. Boost and Dream with a fantastic slide.
Woo.
Look at him just waiting in the corner, and just a beautifully soft touch right in the top corner.
Yeah, that's the patience I'm talking about, right? With Orange Belts. They have a bunch of patience against the opponents just kind of throwing away the ball, and they're able to play that space so beautifully. How do you say that? Rimalisi?
Yeah, we call him Remo for short.
Remo. Gotcha. Okay.
And Destiny taking the ball down the right side. Javier with a decent shot to follow, but Remo's there to put it back downfield. All right, and here we go. Game 2 is Grease Lightning, so now we go to the tiebreaker. You know, we love to see it.
Yeah, those kickoff goals really paying off. They got, what, 2 kickoff goals, I believe?
I think
and
so, yeah.
That really pretty much like gave them all the momentum that they need to stay consistent with their wins, and just hopefully we see them getting more confident to start coordinating with each other on offense, because I think that's going to be what determines their ability to win this.
Yeah, you know, and I would say, you know, that was a completely different Grease Lightning team than we saw in Game 1. They
100%.
They really came out to be a lot more, you said, a lot more organized in that match. So Let's follow up now to Game 3 with Boost and a Dream and Destiny on kickoff with a pretty neutral kickoff. Then a great demo by Javier on Genji.
Beautiful space control. Well done.
Genji with the whip, going to collect in the corner. Boost and Dream sends it center, but Javier's not quite there.
Grease Lightning's going to get an attempt here.
Double tap. Oh, what a great save by Boost and Dream. And not only did he save it, but he collected so he could then just drive it all the way downfield. That was fantastic play by Boost and Dream.
Oh my goodness, did you see that?
I missed that. What
Genji
happened?
Genji went for essentially an escort for a demo play, and Remo had the ball, and they almost made a full escort play across the field. It would have been
nice.
so good.
Nice. Oh, and
It's unfortunate because the demo just did not connect.
Oh.
Remo's going to get a turn on that defense. He's going to set up.
Little friendly bump there. And Stoppet's going to be ready to try to slot it in. Oh, almost a great. That's a tough angle to hit, and he almost hit it. Javier's controlling through the air. Ooh, puts it back for Boost and Dream, who's there to collect. What a great team play. Even though it didn't connect to the back of the net, that was really just a great example of teammates being in position. And if they keep playing like that, that will pay off late in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That positioning, like you said, absolutely being a crucial part to why this team's going to have an absolute fight on their hands. You can tell it's 0-0 with 3 minutes left, and it's just absolutely back and forth right now.
Well, and I think really this game, you're seeing both teams play much better as teams. As I say that as, you know, we have two members of Boost or Grease Lightning, you know, bumping into each other. But I think overall, I think players being spread out across the field and teammates looking for teammates, you're seeing that much more consistently in this game. Great save by Destiny, and another great save by Genji.
Got themselves out of hot water there. Beautiful. Destiny going with the solo play.
He is. Let's see if we have someone
pushing
coming
that
in.
corner.
Oh, and a great crossbar save by Javier.
Beautiful pinch.
Boost and Dream trying to collect. Remo's there to put it
Remo.
back in. Oh, just
so
off
close.
the post.
Oh my goodness.
And Stoppet's going to try to collect in the corner. Nice soft touch. Is he? Oh, and Remo's going to collect. Up to Javier. Boost and Dream puts down. Destiny's going to take off into the corner. Oh, good early challenge. I didn't see who that was by, but that kept the ball in the orange side. And Stop It being just deleted off the pitch. Boost and Dream's going to take it high, going for the double tap attempt. No.
Grease Lightning having a lot of trouble getting that out of defense, but luckily they just got it out off the play.
And look at this play.
Javier.
Oh, and the crossbar says
goodness.
no.
Every offensive opportunity they've had has been massive. They've had so much like good coordination going on, but once they get in defense, it's those little struggles that they run into, and you can see it right there. They're not getting it out as quickly as they should, and so it's getting a bunch of pressure on them.
Oh, and another side post shot by Javi.
Man,
I'll tell you, Grease Lightning is having a hard time getting this out of their end of the pitch. And with this kind of pressure, it's either going to bite Orange Belts, you know, with you know, having everybody up there in Grease Lightning's side, or they're just going to keep up the massive pressure. And Stop It actually rotated back nicely for the outplay.
oh, but
And Stop It's there in the
so
net.
close. You can see they're getting their counterattacks ready. They're ready to go at that mid line, ready to come right back into the play off of whatever Orange Belt does. And you can see like every time Orange Belt tries to get something out, it's really hard for them to maintain it at this point.
Yeah, and we've got, you know, back at the midfield, Genji's going to control over to Destiny, who's going to be able to collect on the left wall, going up for the aerial play. I think a little too hard of a touch, going to have a hard time controlling, but he does. Stop It there with a great challenge. Boost and Dream and Javier in the left corner looking to clear. You know, this is what you love to see, right? We're game 3, tied at 0. Looks like we'll be going to overtime.
Well, don't say that yet. We don't know. It could get to the point.
That's true. That's true.
If they keep it
here
up.
we go.
Oh.
Yep. So how's this for a first match of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen? We've got, oh, and look at this. Oh, and Destiny
right there, baby.
puts it in for Grease Lightning. That was just an amazing shot, just right there, bar down, to secure the overtime win. Grease Lightning with game one. So now let's go to our bracket. So now we've got Orange Belts with 1 win and Grease Lightning with 2 wins. So now that puts us with Plat Fury and Grease Lightning coming up for game 3. No, I'm sorry, actually that'll end up being game 4. Next, we've got Rocket Bros versus DEF CON. And then that'll give Grease Lightning a chance to take a break before they face Plat Fury. So we've got Rocket Bros versus DEF CON coming up. So I'll tell you what, Coach, that was really a fun opening match to the tournament. I mean, all the way down to game 3, overtime, with a quick shot for the win with with Grease Lightning essentially coming from behind after Orange Belts won game 1. That was, watching how those two teams melded as the series went on was really fun to watch.
Absolutely. I was not expecting Grease Lightning to come back as well as they did, but those kickoff goals really showed up for them.
Yeah.
And their ability to get everything out of defense at the very end was so much better than what they were doing in the beginning and even during mid-game.
Yeah.
They really honed in on just keeping up pressure and making sure that the opponent's counterattacks were essentially thwarted. And you could see Orange Belts, they didn't really know what to do, because usually when you're winning in the beginning of the series, it's really hard to turn that around, because it's a lot easier to find out why you're losing and try and fix that than it is for you to figure out like why you're winning,
Right.
and then like to lose along the way.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I think there's innate advantage in just being able to kind of see like where you're going wrong in the beginning and just fixing everything. And they absolutely took the opportunity to do that.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
really good gameplay.
Well, and I know, so it looks like we've got the lobby is set up, and we're just waiting for the teams to join for this next game. So let's go ahead and cut to the pitch while we await the teams joining. And again, this is DEF CON, and I can't remember who I said Rocket Bros. This is DEF CON versus Rocket Bros. And I think, yep, here we go. We are now in game. All right, so we've got Frab and Raging Snail isolated, going to collect on the goal line. Colonel Ingus there for a challenge, trying to put it in. Isolated decides to take it across now, going up for the aerial play. Plenty of boost in the tank. And Colonel Ingus there to say nope on the goal line. Ooh, Frab was going to try to go up, but got bumped. And Aero Pilot, who again is the lowest ranked player in the tournament, and he is a pilot. So he is the lowest ranked player, the oldest player, but the one most comfortable in the actual air. So that's going to be fun to watch. We've got Frab and Dill Gherkin. Dill Gherkin with the challenge. Aero Pilot puts it mid. No one's there to collect, but Raging Snail. Colonel Ingus off to the left wall, to the right wall.
I was trying to find a joke there.
Yeah. And isolated with the goal.
I was gonna say he can keep himself out of flat spins.
Right, yeah, exactly. So we've got Rocket Bros with an early 1-0 lead. And isolated and Aero Pilot, isolated with a convincing kickoff win. Frab there to collect in the corner. And I will say, even not knowing everybody's ranks, I think it's probably pretty safe to say that, Raging Snail almost with the goal there, but it's pretty safe to say that you can tell the higher ranked players by that first touch, right? This is something you coached me on when we had our session. It's all about that first touch. and putting it into a spot where you can maintain control.
Absolutely, or at least like sending possession to your teammate, something that makes sense against the opponent's positioning that puts them at an overall disadvantage, right?
Right.
Whether that's resources, setting up a bad angle for them, just really anything to kind of put them on their heels, you know? And that first touch is really important because you need that dynamic ability to, when it's a strong play, make it a weak play, and when it's a weak play, make it a strong play in an instant.
Right.
So you can have that control of pacing and really become unpredictable as a fight.
We've got Colonel Angus sending it across to Raging Snail. Is going to clear down where Frab's going to wait to collect. Grab the corner boost. Aero Pilot comes in for the clear deep into the corner. Isolated tried to put the shot in, but there's just too many orange players there to get it through. And Frab again is going to collect, send out. Dill Gherkin. So right now I think we're seeing a lot of these teams learning to play together, right? Trying to know how my one is going to play the ball, where do I need to be in support, or if I'm the one on the ball, where are my players likely to be? Where's my teammates likely to be? And that's a hard thing to learn over the course of a quick 5-minute game, but that's a lot of what these guys are doing since they've not really played together much.
Yeah, this is a way more difficult match to call. I think there's just such an even amount of pressure, really good counterattacks, really good offensive pressure, just making sure that they're not overcommitting. And they're both playing relatively safe right now. But as we can see, we got Rocket Bros up by 1, so DEF CON's going to have to find a way to step this up a little bit, but they got plenty of time. 1 minute and 30 seconds is plenty of time to try and find an opening. And usually when you rush yourself, it can actually get pretty dangerous.
Right.
So they're going to have to find a way to wade the waters here.
Yeah. And, you know, we have had these teams announced for, I think it was about 2 weeks now. So, you know, I say they've not had much time, but in all actuality, they have had a couple of weeks to try to get together to play with each other. And you know, some of these teams may have had an opportunity to kind of formulate an early game plan. And I think if they can stick to it. Oh, and look at this great shot on net by Frab just off the crossbar. But if they can find a way to, you know, to maybe stick to this any game plan they've tried to put together, they will have an advantage. Great save by Isolated. Oh, and a shot on net by
from
Frab.
Beautiful. Well done.
So,
oh my goodness, they found that entry right on the that open space.
Yeah, you
right
saw
behind their third.
Yeah, you saw Raging Snail cleared that ball and followed it out thinking he had time, but Frab was there to send it right back into the net.
That's what happens. You gotta be ready on the doorstep, you know?
Exactly.
Ready to control that center lane.
Oh, and Frab with a nice
Beautiful
shot.
pass.
Oh, great save
Oh,
by
was it a shot?
Isolated. Well, I thought he was looking. I thought he was looking to.
It looked like it was
in.
crossbar for a second.
Yeah. I think Isolated sent that off the crossbar. And
Frab right back
with
into it.
another goal. And again, this is our youngest player in the
Man.
tournament.
What a beautiful pass from Arrow. Raging just unfortunately whiffing on that play, but you know, it really goes to show consistency is a factor and chemistry, right? Just making sure you work together.
Right, absolutely.
So if you're caught off guard, it kind of exponentially makes things a lot more difficult to be mechanically successful.
Right. Oh, and a great demo there by Dill Gherkin on Colonel Angus.
A little bit of a choke up there.
Aero Pilot
Grab
trying
an
to send
arrow.
it back in. Yeah. And again, I think having Frab and Arrow on the same team is great because you're looking at the youngest, probably the most highly skilled player in the tournament, paired up with the oldest, most least skilled player in the tournament. So DEF CON 1 takes out that first game win from behind, no less. That was a great late game play by Frab.
Absolutely. I think Frab being the absolute shot precision powerhouse, just really able to place the ball where he wants it to with a lot of power and just in really good opportunities. And I think although it's deceptive, I think Arrow is actually a lot better than we're seeing here on that scoreboard. Because when you look at Arrow's touches, they're very sensible as to where they're being placed and why they're being placed there.
Right.
So I think he's got a lot of wisdom as to like spatial awareness, which Who knows? Maybe it's because he's a pilot.
Right. And I will say this too for the Colonel. He is such a surprising player. Like he's not going to tell you that he's a mechanical god, and he's not going to tell you, well, I'm just great at positioning. But he seems to find his place on the pitch and he's a fantastic team player. It's like wherever you need him to be, that's where he's going to be in the role he's going to fulfill.
Exactly. I think usually whenever there's a player that you don't really talk about, it's not because they're doing bad. It's because they're doing so good that what they're doing is amazingly transparent.
Right.
It's subtle,
Right.
but it gets the job done.
Exactly. And see, look, this nice pop.
Beautiful pass off to Arrow.
That was some fantastic goal line defense by Isolated. He was everywhere he needed to be all at the same time with that exchange. Frab controlling. What's he going to? Is going to go for the solo play? Oh, and the air dribble bump.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you love to see it. At least I do.
You see Rocket Bros.
I know that is, one of the most cringe plays in Rocket League according to a lot of people, but I absolutely love the skill involved in an air dribble bump. We've got Colonel Angus, and Colonel Angus with the convincing kickoff win almost leads to a goal. And
Yeah, you can tell Rocket Bros really struggling on that defense. They're going to need to step it up, and on the offense, make sure they get that open space played off. Really start getting that coordination in the team passing plays, because you can tell they're really not getting anything set off, right? Like all of their offensive opportunities don't really have a massive amount of coordination to keep everything in.
Yeah, there's not a huge threat there. They're not, like you said, it's not a concerted effort, I don't think.
Yeah, but you can tell they're keeping it in, but it's definitely going to be a test of endurance here.
Yeah, Isolated with a great pass across an empty goal line, but no one was there to take advantage.
Yeah. Rocket Bros going to have to step up their offense to really get that down.
Yeah, you can tell Isolated is everywhere right now, doing some fantastic defense. Really trying to set up some great offense. I think, unfortunately, his teammates just not able to pick up on what he's doing at this point, and they're having a hard time making that concerted effort down the pitch. But
it's just not connecting.
Yeah. You can tell all three of these guys, I think, are really skilled players, but just as a unit, they're not quite gelling at this point.
It might be arguable that Isolated is pretty far ahead in terms of skill.
Yeah.
And you can tell that like the plays that he's doing are very difficult for his teammates to expect. And so, while it can be an advantage to be the strongest player, it can also be a disadvantage if you try and set them up with plays that they either they can't handle, or it's the fact that they're not used to facing it, right? Or dealing with it.
Right, sure.
And so that exposure.
Yeah, and I think Rocket Bros had a great opportunity there. It seemed like both of the higher skilled players were pushed up deep into Rocket Bros territory, and Arrow Pilot left alone back at his own goal line. But they just, Rocket Bros just couldn't get themselves coordinated to get the ball pushed back down deep. Arrow Pilot sitting there waiting for the challenge. Oh, and a great challenge on Isolated. But Isolated is able to connect.
What a beat! Oh my goodness! What a beautiful pass to himself.
I think that was a fantastic challenge by Arrow Pilot, but Isolated was so composed that he collected the ball and able to take advantage.
That's a tricky play to stop.
Raging Snail and Frab. Oh. Frab's going to collect, put a shot on, but Raging Snail is there for a great save. Colonel Angus with the bouncer. Great putback.
Yeah, you can just tell the defense is scrambling on Rocket Bros, and they're just not getting the level of play that they need to get those counterattacks out. They're playing super hesitant, spaced out, and just not really ready to go.
Great delayed kickoff by Colonel Angus to win a convincing. Now let's see if they can capitalize. Not quite. Oh, and the whiff. Isolated collects. It's in dangerous territory. Oh, great vision by Isolated to knock the ball back across for his teammate, for Dil Gherkin, I think it was, but still, unfortunately, deep in their territory.
Man, oh man.
And DEF CON's trying to keep the pressure on.
I think that's where DEF CON's strength is, where they keep in the pressure on offense, and if they can hone in on that, they're really solid. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're really solid on offense if they can connect on those passing plays, but you can see just massive holes being
And
left
look
in their
at the
defense.
shot by Frab.
Yeah,
The youngest player on the pitch with probably the best technical play we've seen all day. What a great second touch.
beautiful follow-up.
So now that puts DEF CON at a 3-1 advantage with less than a minute to go. And Rocket Bros may be on the verge of heading down to the bottom part of the bracket if they don't find a way to put some offense together here in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely going to want to work on the passing plays and just being ready for each other in open space, right?
Yeah.
You can just tell that there are so many opportunities and they have great ideas. It's just not coming to fruition. Kind of like how we saw with, who was it? It was Grease Lightning, right? Grease Lightning at first, they were having trouble connecting on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can tell it's kind of just a more
Oh, great demo by the Colonel, leaving a wide open net, but no one's there to finish the play. And I think at this point, it's just a matter of not pushing up too far just to protect that 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
And here we go.
As long as they play keep away.
That is going to be game. So DEF CON won with a solid 2-0. 2-0 sweep over the Rocket Bros.
I don't think Rocket Bros is necessarily out of this tournament yet. I think that like they still have a chance to run through losers, and they actually have a really good opportunity to learn from this moment, making sure that they can get those team plays really. Like I encourage them to go look at their replays real quick if they can, if they have time. And if they can take a look at that and see like, okay, we're not connecting here. And it's like, this is a great play that no one's taking opportunity with. We have a person behind us, like third man's already handled. So we don't have to be that afraid if it goes over us. Because if it goes to third man, they get the ball anyway, right? So it needs to be a lot more sacrificial with their second man while also being conscious of like the opportunity that they can get. Because the second man's the hardest play, like the hardest role to play in a team. And so if they can get that down, that's going to be their saving grace. Yeah, that's what they need to really like run this through.
Absolutely. And I think that holds true across all the teams, right? I think this is a good solid strategy for taking this tournament to the end. And so now as we look at the brackets, we've got Platinum Fury versus Grease Lightning. And then we've got, after that, we'll have Rocket Bros facing off for Orange Belts to see who's going to be heading home out of this tournament. And that's going to be, I think... that's going to be a tough match to call because with Rocket Bros and Orange Belts, you know, they're especially towards the end, were showing some more, Orange Belts in particular were showing a lot more, I think, team play. And Rocket Bros were just starting, I think, to put some stuff together. So that'll be a fun game to watch. But I think now we're going to have, let's see. Hold on, I have lost my place. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so now we've got Grease Lightning versus Plat Fury. So let's go to the pitch and await. So we've got Grease Lightning against Plat Fury. So now this will be the second game for Grease Lightning. Meanwhile, Plat Fury's been sitting off in the wings cold. I don't know if they've been playing any any stay warm privates or if they're just checking out the stream. And by the way, everyone checking us out on stream, thanks for joining us. I see we've got a lot of folks who are friends with Frab here to watch the goodness. So, and he definitely put on a show in that last match.
Absolutely. Man, they are really just popping off on these series. It is fascinating to see how quickly teams are like, because it's a best of 3,
right?
You can see them really adapting in the moment, and it's very fascinating to see how they figure out the puzzles essentially.
Right. So let's see. Well, let me go back here. No, it doesn't look like we have teams on the pitch just yet. So, but let's take a look at chat here. What all we got going on? So yeah, so we've got Fawasti. Thanks for joining in. Solitude Hill. Thank you guys. Bananas. Thank you guys all for joining in. Really appreciate it. And again, if you're joining us late, we're just a bunch of friends doing this for fun. That's all this is. So we like to call this the Great Value RLCS. Because,
Sponsored by Target.
You're right. Okay, looks like we have the teams taking the pitch. So let's go ahead and join in over here. And so we've got Platte Fury on orange and Grease Lightning in blue. Josh M in chat saying DEF CON is goated and taking it all the way. Well, let's see how that plays out. And we've got Destiny and Zero taking the kickoff. And now Ben Dover here is actually, on our team breakdown, we actually had him as Captain Crunch. Because we never know which one of his alts he's going to be on, I think. Well, no, I take that back. He always plays as Ben Dover in game, but his Discord name is Captain Crunch. So, and Destiny going to control in the corner. Remo hanging out at the bottom, waiting to pick it up. He was a dead guy, who again is the professional wrestler, IRL. So, you know, I'm going to see if he takes that into. Takes the Rocket League version of a chair to someone's head and starts going on a demo spree. That would be fun.
Can we take a moment to appreciate just how clever that name is? He was a dead guy.
Right?
No, I'm sorry, I swear, he was a dead guy.
All right, and bend over with the early goal.
Starting off early. Oh, not as early. Okay, it's been a minute, but
Destiny
still,
just missed.
Pressure there.
Just missed on the crossbar save.
So unfortunate disconnect.
And Genji playing the new car from this season, by the way, which I have been playing as well, and I kind of enjoy it. What's your go-to car, Ulti?
It's either I'm kind of boring. It's either the Octane or it's the Fennec.
Oh, okay.
That's usually my go-to.
Yeah, no, much respect for the Fennec. I'm typically go with the Fennec or the Dingo myself. Oh, and look at this nice, great pass and nice follow-up by Zero.
Man, I forgot about the Dingo.
Yeah. Remo and Zero taking the kickoff, 1-0 off into the Blues' right corner. Ben with a shot that almost goes in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice side touch. Genji's there for the follow-up. Puts it across, and Destiny, great team play the whole way down the pitch. Those guys knew exactly where each other was going to be. That was really a fantastic team play. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the fact that they already have, you know, a game on their belt with this tournament, they're really warm, ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Remo going to push it down. Ben's going to collect in the corner. Tries to follow up with the air shot, but gets just too strong of a second touch. Not able to follow. Zero's there for a great mid-air 50. Destiny going to connect. AGF or Zero with another great 50. Dead Guy's there to try to keep pressure going. Destiny with another good goal line touch off to the corner. And Dead Guy's just going to be, he's just going to be there and be annoying. Oh, and Ben with a great challenge.
Off that open space backboard, Bendover able to turn in on it. The Dead Guy's actually going to take over. Zero.
Going
into it, got a bunch of open space.
Oh, fake the flip reset. Unfortunately, loses possession.
You can see that Grease Lightning's get a little bit hesitant on that defense, and you can see it's struggling because it puts them on like sitting duck position, right? And so you can see so much pressure being developed on their net.
Ben almost with an incredible solo play there. Just showed great card control all the way down the pitch, but unable to put it in at the end. Great push back in by He Was a Dead Guy. Over to the right side where Genji's going to collect. And Destiny there for the follow-up. Ben with just the car stop save. Oh, Genji was going for that cuxer, or for the pinch off the corner there.
See on the beat. It's right back on it. Yeah, man,
this.
this is such a close game. If they can get that defense down.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like Platte Fury. They're all gathered together in that corner. So a little miscommunication there on the last defensive stand.
Platinum Fury really making a stand here.
Indeed. Oh, and Zero not quite able to get his car under control to follow up on that shot. Oh, and the deletion with a great putback by Destiny. Now we're all tied up. Let's watch this again.
What a great demo by Genji there.
Oh, that was fantastic. You could tell Zero kind of caught unawares, kind of caught off guard a little bit. He expected his teammate to be able to address that ball, but then all of a sudden he wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, Platinum Fury is absolutely a monster on the field right now. They just have everything down pretty much. It feels like they're way more confident with their aggression, and they're also not arrogant with their attacks, right? And so they're just ready to go in a moment's notice, and they're just being really smart about what they're doing with the play.
Agreed. Yeah, they're being very cognizant of their opponent's abilities, but still showing some aggression, which I think it's a hard balance to walk, you know?
Usually people make the mistake of overcompensating or undercompensating, and so the idea that they have that consistency is going to make them a real powerhouse.
Did you see that fake by Destiny? And Ben Dover was completely just taken out of the play by just a simple little hesitation by Destiny. Oh, and
Genji
a great
with the
flick.
beat.
Oh, and puts
and
it in.
Goal. Dang.
Fantastic play. Fantastic.
Got it
play.
off the post too.
And
what a beautiful play. So that's a known little thing. If you're on the side of the field and you aim towards the back post, you have so much more clearance to get forgiveness room like that, and it can make or break the play. So that's some great placement. I believe it was Genji that scored it, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Yeah, he actually took the ball off of Destiny. Yeah, he took the ball off of Destiny and just took it all the way down to the net.
Yeah, if Genji can get more of those back post touches like he's getting, oh my goodness.
All right, and Grease Lightning with the Game 1 win.
It's 1-1 now, right?
No, that was the first game.
That was Game 1?
That was Game 1.
Man!
Yeah.
That was such a good play. That was so fun to watch.
Yeah, and, I think, with Platinum Fury coming in kind of cold, they started off this game working pretty well together, but they were cold coming in.
Oh, yeah.
So
I don't think anyone's got anyone's number right now. I think right now it is the survival of the fittest, and I think they're both just really fit.
Yeah, indeed. I will say that the team play for Grease Lightning has been great, through both of the series that they've played so far.
100%.
He was a dead guy up in the air with a great pass for Ben, who whiffs on the shot. Collected by Remo over to the corner. Zero's going to take a slow play off the wall. Unfortunate first touch, though, not able to follow it up. Nice put back in by Zero, keeping it in deep. Oh, Ben's going to be there for the double. Oh, just off the crossbar. Destiny with a nice touch over the defense. Is Genji there for the follow? He is, past dead guy. Destiny recollects in the corner.
And neither of the teams really being able to connect anything going on. It's just a bunch of trial and error offense, defense. They're just really trying to find a hole in their wall, and no one's really conceding anything more than they are just kind of testing it, getting out, coming back in, testing it, getting out.
Yeah. Dead guy was sitting there waiting in midfield to keep the ball deep into the blue territory.
Yeah,
nice little bouncer touch. Ben's going to take a little pop. Nope. Destiny meets it in midair. Unfortunate. Oh, Genji there for the save. And another save.
Dead guy?
Destiny deleted.
Bend over.
Oh, and Ben puts it in off the dead guy touch.
Man, that's what I mean. The powerhouse plays, right? Just really getting those beats in midfield and finding the open space. the demo was also just an amazing touch.
You know, and I will tell you, that is, you know, as a high plat myself, demos, bumps, and boost grabs for my playstyle are key. They are so... I think that's a part of the game that most people don't focus on because they see it as dirty playing. But I'm telling you, it can open up some major shots.
Yeah, it is absolutely a tactical advantage.
It's those. It's
I don't
all
know
those
who
little...
started that, to be honest. I never understood who started saying, like, demos are dirty play. It's like, it's part of the game.
Right? Yeah, oh. I will
It
say...
takes skill, because it takes skill to avoid them, too.
Well, and we'll see, and that's just it. If you get mad by if you get irritated by demos, if you get tilted by demos, I would argue that you're not as good a player as what you could be, because all that comes into field vision, right?
Spatial awareness, yeah,
absolutely,
100%.
absolutely. And if you're
And you
cognizant,
really got to be aware.
yeah, if you were cognizant of what could happen, it's going to make you a better all-around player.
Zero with the beat. Destiny playing into it on that third position, playing into it really well. You can tell that, yeah. So they're not stepping too far ahead, and they're like perfectly in place for counterattack. I'm talking about, I want to say Grease Lightning.
Okay. Yep.
They are absolutely finding the ability to not have a lot of pressure on their net, but like just before, right? But they're getting counterattacks off of that. You can see a lot of opportunity opening up, but just they're not able to consistently push. Oh no!
That was a great little touchdown for Ben, but he was unfortunately he cleared it out too far and wasn't able to follow.
I don't know if you saw it, but Destiny on his rotation back accidentally bumping Gingy.
Oh, I'd missed that.
Yeah.
Weak flick attempt by Ben. Going to be collected by Zero in the corner. Nice little touch. Gingy there for the challenge. Now he's going to control. Puts it over one. He's going to get it past Ben. Oh, no. Ben stays. Oh, and Destiny with the monster
control
fake.
play.
And
Wonderful.
Again, you'll see, you know, one of our higher ranked players in Destiny being able to just make those controlled touches like you talk about. It's so important.
Destiny going to get the follow-up.
Oh.
Almost connects. Gonna have a crazy touch on that net. But yeah, just everyone with their individual control. Everyone seems very capable on this field.
Yeah. Zero's going to take it out of the corner. 70 boost still. Oh. Dead guy with the backwards touch. Not able to get it out to a teammate. Oh, Destiny
Beautiful
with the deletion.
demo
oh!
with the Doomsy.
Almost.
So
And Remo could
close.
finish. No, off the post. Oh,
They're
and
getting the
here we
right
go
idea.
with
45
Ben.
seconds left. They need to get this win, or like get this beat. Grease Lightning need to put something on the scoreboard.
Oh, so close by Plat Fury. Keeping the ball deep in the blue side. Ben with a nice control touch into the corner.
Destiny's gonna need to do something with that play. Make sure it's set up on it.
What? Oh,
Center pass.
Zero there
Oh,
with a
just missed
fantastic
it.
challenge.
Yeah. They're just getting shut down on their offensive opportunities at this point. Yeah, if they can find a way to play that control in midfield on that open space.
Plat Fury with
They're
a
not done
game
either.
No, yeah. Plat Fury with a Game 2 win. So once again, we're going to the tiebreaker game, Game 3, with a 1-0 win by Plat Fury in Game 2. That game was... I'm really enjoying, because this seems to be the case with both this first match and the second match. The teams have found a way to start gelling as the matches go on, and it's so fun to watch those efforts come into focus as these games move on.
Yeah, and I want to mention, I know Remo only has 84 points, but don't let points deceive you like too much, because if you think about it, the only reason you really get points is truly on like contact moments, right? But like any play that comes to positional advantage can be massive, and so you might not have a lot of points, but you help the team in its complete function. And I don't think a single player played bad here.
Right.
Like, I think the only thing I noticed were some backflips from on Grease Lightning side, but other than that, like, those are mechanical things, right? Those are just things you have to get consistent in, and it's not that big of a deal. You can
Right.
fix that, right? But man, if Grease Lightning can get that offensive opportunity consistent enough, it's a fight. This
Yeah.
is not over by a long shot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here we go now. Game 3, the decider game. Dead Guy and Gingy taking on the kickoff duties. Pretty neutral, but Zero's there for a quick follow-up. Great shot, but Destiny with a fantastic corner save. Oh, and the miss by Dead Guy. So Destiny's able to follow up that save, follow the ball all the way downfield. What
This
a
is game
shot.
3, correct?
This is game 3.
So we are 1-1, man.
Yep, indeed.
Like I said, it's a lot easier to be the losing team in the beginning and then find a way to win at the end. So
you're saying
even
that
though
you're saying that urgency creates a more efficient winning experience, more efficient learning experience.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. I think it makes it a lot easier for Platinum to be like, all right, we have nothing to lose now. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Right. And then at the same time, it makes Grease Lightning be like, we have something to lose. And
Yeah.
so they're going to play a lot more timid in moments unless they find a way to stay consistent as if it's 0-0.
And Zero, oh, that was just a fantastic play by Zero's part. But Destiny there on the goal line, not flinching
Man.
one bit, just makes a fantastic save.
Great 50 Destiny to Gingy. Man,
Oh, what a
not
touch by
almost connecting.
Zero. And see, this is, again, me as a high plat, low diamond player, watching
Beautiful
the
control.
lack of urgency, the lack of freaking out, right? Just these
Yep.
nice controlled touches. That's something I think we can all learn from, because that's what
Yeah.
sets that's really what's going to set a GC apart from a champ, right? Is just the lack of freaking out and just being able to be patient and make controlled, logical touches.
that's like one of the #1 values you can have as a player, being calm under pressure and
Right.
just knowing, like, if you are stronger in the play, you have nothing to worry about. So don't make yourself weaker.
Right. Oh, nice pass over to Genji, who's there, but Ben makes a great challenge to block the shot.
A
Remo
little bit
there
of
to get
hesitation there.
away. Yep.
Yeah. Destiny on the pinch. What a beautiful play. Setting up
And
on
the
that corner
demo.
with a great demo. Remo getting the advance.
Oh,
Just
a
not
little
able to
too
connect
hard
on
of a
that
touch,
midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great effort. The touch is just a little bit too hard. Zero's stopped there to collect. Out of boost. Dead Guy trying to push the shot in. Destiny with a nice clear down the left side. Following it up with Zero boost. Able to collect the corner boost though. Now Dead Guy with 0 boost. Yeah, it's not really something I've been paying a lot of attention to, is boost management.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it's been a major factor in gameplay up to this point.
I haven't really been paying attention to it. I don't actually know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I do think they're all doing a really good job with pathing for the most part.
Yeah. Zero going to collect. Up to Ben, who's going to... Oh, nice fake.
Maybe a little awkward there.
Yeah.
Remo.
Remo's going to
It's
clear
a
the
nice
corner,
play
gets
off
it
the
past
Ben, but it
Yep.
still sets up. Yeah.
Dead Guy there for the challenge, though. Now Destiny's
Oh,
gonna
that was
collect.
such an opportunity.
And Zero with a great save. Oh, and Genji tries to put it in. They're just doing everything they can just to try to force that ball in because they're so close.
I don't know if you noticed, they had their the third man for Platinum was caught off guard when Destiny made that play, and if he could have taken it to backboard or set up something on that, he would have absolutely have had an open net. Missed opportunity going on.
Great
Man.
save by Remo, just camping out on the backboard, ready for those high-level touches. Oh, no!
Oh!
Oh, what a save by Destiny! Pinch off the post. Oh, that's gotta frustrate Plat Fury because that ball was all but in.
Oh man. Platinum's got to get something going on here. Flat Fury.
Keeping the ball deep
Clean up.
into Grease Lightning territory.
Dead
Okay.
guy to bend, to set up. If they can get that offense coming in. Oh, but you see, they lose all that pressure, and so it's just,
Yep.
it's really hard for them to maintain anything. You can tell they're getting a
what
little bit more passive.
bump.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think Dead Guy was bumped by his teammate. So.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, and the key demo, but Dead Guy there with a clutch save. 10 seconds.
Timing on that positioning. They're going to need someone midfield for that. They can get that play. Ah, just so close, but just so far.
Looks
Bend
like
over
we
doing
have Grease
absolutely
Lightning
everything.
with the win. What a
Bend
fantastic
over was doing absolutely
game.
everything to get that pass through, and
Yeah,
it just unfortunately did not connect at the end. But
you know,
man, was that a close play?
I'll tell you, they were doing everything they could to try to just bludgeon that ball into the net, and unfortunately, they came up empty. So now we had Plat Fury won 1 game, Grease Lightning won 2. All right, so now we've got Rocket Bros versus Orange Belts coming up, and whoops, let's go here. So, now this is the game to see who goes home first.
Oh yeah, this is the next one, isn't it?
This is the first game in the bottom bracket. Predictions, Ulti?
So we got Rocket Bros versus Orange Belts.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Rocket Bros was the one that was struggling a little bit, and they needed to get those team plays going down on offense because that's where they lacked everything, right? They were really good at defense, good at midfield, but they just were not getting offensive opportunities to set up.
Yeah.
So I think Orange Belts inherently has an advantage because Orange Belts is very similar to the last team they faced, and I forget who they faced, but I think it was Orange Belts versus.
Let's go to the. So the first
Grease
game,
Lightning, wasn't it?
First game was Orange Belts. Here, let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the brackets here. Let's see.
Yeah.
So the first game was Orange Belts versus Grease Lightning, which Grease Lightning took 2 games to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Rocket Bros lost out to DEFCON 1 in a sweep. So I think this will be a pretty evenly matched game. If you just look at those score lines, but I will tell you this: I think Rocket Bros is going to be a better team mechanically.
Yeah.
But Orange Belts, they took Grease Lightning to a game 3.
Yeah, they were very positionally intact with each other.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, Orange Belts, is that the one that had arrow on it?
Yes, I believe so.
That,
no,
like-
no, I'm sorry. They did not.
Okay.
No.
So Orange Belts was, remind me?
I can't remember offhand.
So you got Rocket Bros and Orange Belts. I think Orange Belts is very similar to how DEFCON was playing.
Mhm.
And so the fact that Rocket Bros had such a struggle with DEFCON for a bit, I do think Orange Belts is, I don't know if I put DEFCON or Orange Belts higher in terms of that ability, but I do think Rocket Bros is not going to get it easy. I do think they're going to have to really step it up on that coordination and get that down. If they can do that, though, their plays are amazing. Like, I cannot stress enough. Their creativity is beautiful. It's just nothing's coming to fruition off their plays, but they all have great visions.
Right. Oh, and I'll tell you, I just got a note from the tournament admin, said that the lobby crashed, so we will have to leave and rejoin, which I've already left the lobby, so you'll have to get us rejoined. And meanwhile, we've got some folks here in chat. Let me say hi to them. So Melissa Wong, thanks for joining. Bill, thank you for joining, asking, is this like a joinable tournament? Yes, it is. If you join our Rocket League server, our Gaming Boys server, this is a tournament that we try to host every 2 months. It's just everyone on our server. You decide if you want to join, you submit the form, and then we pair these teams up. You don't come in with your own team. This way, it gives everyone on the server a chance to play with other people. We like developing relationships that way. We like developing a sense of camaraderie. And it's just a lot of fun getting to play with people that you don't normally play with. And unlike the standard Rocket League tournaments, that Rocket League hosts on the server itself, you actually have a relationship with everyone else on our Discord server. So that keeps down the toxicity, which is really what we like to do. So. And
I don't know, John. I didn't see it.
Okay, so tournament admin is saying we should be able to rejoin now. So Alti, if you want to get us back into that lobby.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm the party leader.
You are the party leader, yeah. And so Dead Guy, sorry man, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, we got robbed. The ref looked away when we scored one.
Unable to find server.
Still unable to find server.
Yeah, is it the same details, or do we add a?
I believe tournament admin did not see any difference. I'm assuming it is the same login details.
Does not seem to be up yet.
Okay, and let me take a look. Yep. Okay. Interesting. Players.
There we go. It's up now.
Waiting. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the game.
Let's get it. We got Orange Belts versus Rocket Bros.
Yep. Rocket Bros versus Orange Belts. And this is.
I read it upside down.
So this is the game to see, or the match to see who goes home first. There's a lot on the line in this game, in this match. All right, so here we go with Isolated. Sort of a mid-kickoff. Raging Snail with the control. Stop it with a whiff. Javier going to control in the corner, but Raging Snail's there for the challenge. Isolated
Very excited to see what they're going to do here.
And the flick over Stop It. Can he get it past Javier? And he does.
Yeah, he can.
That was a fantastic play by Isolated. I mean, just the catch with the small flick over Stop It. Again, the control and the flick over Javier. That was a fantastic play by Isolated.
Yeah, I do want to see them getting more bumps though, because that'll be crucial. If they have that one defender to face, you got a player on that ball with the solo play. Oh man,
the ceiling play by Javier. Let me just say hi to Jack-O-Lantern in chat. Thanks for joining us. And I see you left the H off of hello, so are you British? Or
I've never had that conclusion.
And Javier with the return goal. Tied up at 1 with the demo by
Boost and Dream. Yeah.
And I will say this, Boost and Dream and we play a lot together in private matches on our server. So he's well aware of my play style, and I like to think that boost was that demo was for me. Oh, Boost and Dream with taking the ball off of Stop It. It's going to waterfall down. Can't get to it.
It works out. Yeah. Isolated, sticking with it.
Boost and Dream there for the challenge. Raging Snail puts a shot.
Oh, that would have been such a beautiful passing play, but what a shot either way.
That was a fantastic shot.
Oh my goodness. And I actually think Isolated ended up faking out both Javier and Stop It. So it just completely put them on their heels. There's not much they can do to stop that. Even though Stop It should have stopped it.
Oh, and was that Javier almost with the doozy. Isolated there to clear it off the goal line. Raging Snail with the pass over to Isolated. Can he follow? Man. Oh, Javier with a great save. Raging Snail going to keep it down. And I would like to thank Tournament Admin for putting Orange Belts on the orange side of the pitch this time.
I was going to say something about that. That's so much nicer to deal with. Orange Belts on blue team. Oh man.
Stop It.
So I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed. Isolated. You remember how I said in his last series, the thing they had to get down was Isolated had to start making his plays a lot more simple, and I think he started doing that. Because everyone seems ready to go on his plays, and you can tell he's doing a lot of solo work, but at the same time, he's getting passing plays from his teammates, and it's so so much more fluent now.
Well, you know, and I would say that he probably heard you, and that's the value of a good coach. See, that's
Man,
nice touch by Dill Gherkin. Javier collects in the corner, sends it back down. Boost and Dream there to follow. What a controlled touch. Oh, but Raging Snail clears it out. Isolated picks it up, but puts it right over to Javier, who sends it right back into the corner. We're kind of just going back and forth right here. Just possession, clear, possession, clear, possession, clear. But all these clears are staying in the blue side of the pitch. Stop it, sends another one down. Almost on net. Oh no, Raging Snail with the own goal. That was just
so unfortunate.
Yeah. That was a great challenge by Stop It.
It's unfortunate. I don't think he read the bounce on that backboard.
Yeah.
Just landed over him.
And Jack-O-Lantern is asking, how do we get people for this tournament? It's actually done on our Discord server called Gaming Boys. It's a public server, so if you search out Gaming Boys, B-O-I-S, which is an unfortunate spelling, but my son did that, not me.
Almost so safe from Raging there. You could tell Raging wants to get these connections on defense, and he's just having some bad luck going on, but
Yeah.
really good ideas there. Just gotta flick those and not lose the momentum on those plays.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead, continue your thing.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I was just letting Jack-O-Lantern. No. Just letting Jack-O-Lantern know that yes, is the Gaming Boys Discord server, and Boys is spelled B-O-I-S, which is unfortunate. But again, my son did that, not me. I'm a man of many advanced years, so I would
The Gaming Boys.
I would never do something like spell Boys B-O-I-S. It just hurts my soul. But I
Well, that's
digress.
because you're boring.
And I'm almost 50. So
It's because
there's
you're
that.
lame, man. You just don't get it.
I hate to cut in here.
I knew
But
it.
boys is not only is boys spelled tastefully B-O-I-S for my age, okay. We have actually recently renamed the server to just GBS to make all the old folks happy too.
Okay,
Thanks
well.
and goodbye.
Yeah, Geriatrics Society.
Okay, well, there again. So you can just search GBS, and then that will. But again, deep down, I will always have to live with the disappointment of knowing that my son officially named it Gaming Boys B-O-I-S. So, you know.
What does GBS stand for?
Right, exactly. So let's get back to the gameplay. Okay.
Yeah,
so
we should totally do that.
we should, because now we're sitting here with, Orange Belts with a 3-2 lead with 44 seconds left in the game. Can
Oh, it's so
Rocket Bros.
that's so
and
unfortunate.
Rocket Bros puts it in for the tying goal.
Yeah, I was watching from Javier's perspective, and you could just tell he went for that commit and just barely missed off the play. But he did get beat. That was insane.
And that was isolated, wasn't it, to put that in?
Was it? Hold on.
I thought it was. Might have been.
No, I think it was Dild. What? No. It was isolated. Yeah, isolated just got a quick cut. Wow. Really good play.
And Stop It with a great effort there, but he's met with a challenge. Oh no,
Like
and the
from
double commit
isolated
on the
setup.
challenge.
If Dild can get into that play, man, that sets up really well.
Looks like
This is a
we're
dream with a
seeing a little bit
beautiful
of
touch.
we're seeing a little bit of confusion on Orange Belt side. They're kind of double committing, and there's a lot of disconcerting behavior. Let's see what happens here in overtime now.
As long as they can keep that defensive, the ability to keep it out
Oh,
of there.
what a demo by Raging Snail. Sets up the open goal. No one's there to take advantage, but that was one heck of a play by Raging Snail. I mean,
Here on the control touch, stop it with the play. Lucid a Dream gonna make that control play? No, he pops it out. I think he meant to hit that a little bit softer.
can he get O? Okay. Dill Gherkin low on boost, decides to pull out and not try to go take advantage or go take control of that ball. Boost and Dream almost with the backwards touch. And Stop It's there. Oh, with the team pinch. Javier sends it in. Isolated, just stops the car. Oh, and
Beautiful
Javier
demo from
demos.
Javier.
And Snail, nice goal line save.
Man.
Isolated's going to take control in the corner, grabs a full tank of boost, but Stop It's there for the challenge. Isolated. Oh! You know, we've seen that touch almost happen to perfection a few times now. But they're just a hair off, and
100%.
Dill Gherkin, Isolated, puts the ball in.
What a beautiful match.
For
That
the
was
Rocket
insane.
Bros win in game 1.
Yeah, just Javier missing out on that backboard and then that back post rotation. I cannot stress enough, back post rotation, having someone back in that moment, just not committed up. If you know your teammates are on an awkward spot on defense, then this first thing you do is don't worry about the side pads, right? Like on the side of the field.
Right.
You take the center pads as fast as you can.
Yeah.
And just get back, because moments like that are what happen if you don't have someone come back quick enough.
Right.
But that was just such a great play from both teams and just such a great show up for it. We just have really good rosters. I don't know what's going on, man. These are very well selected.
Well,
well done.
and I will say it's been really fun to watch this tournament grow with these new. So in our second tournament, our highest ranked player was a GC1, and then we had a bunch of, you know, low to mid tier champs. We had someone join the match. Looks like we need a restart.
Interesting.
But we had had a player drop. Looks like we'll need to get a restart.
Okay. You need one of those like transitions, like the you remember Cat in the Hat, where like he accidentally like chopped his tail. It's like technical difficulties, hang in there, baby.
Right. Oh yes. But you know what I was saying about the skill level in this tournament. Our second tournament, we had like one GC player, then everyone else was like champ 1, maybe champ 2, and then we had a lot of diamonds and a few plats, right? Now we've got several, I think we've got 2 or 3, I think at least 2 or 3 champ 2s, maybe more than that. Okay, Connor says we're good to rejoin now, so I'll let you get us pulled back in.
Cool.
But, you know, we've got a number of GC2s and a lot of champs, and we've got 1 plat. Everyone else is higher. So the skill level in these tournaments has you know, gotten much better just from our last tournament to this one. And it's been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to see how the dynamics change and really seeing, like, I think the biggest thing I've noticed so far is just really seeing Isolated, like, play into his team a lot more now, while also like making sure that solo plays don't go to waste.
Yeah, absolutely. And if tournament admin is listening, Jackal Lantern is asking about the Discord server. So maybe if you can put a join link in the chat, that would be fantastic. So hold on, Jackal Lantern. Maybe we'll get tournament admin to get that taken care of for you. And thanks for your enthusiasm too, by the way. You know, again, we're all just a bunch of friends who are doing this just for fun, living out the dreams of being Rocket League casters and just having a good time. So, and come on, as a player, who doesn't like to have their games casted by a wannabe RLCS caster? I mean, that's the stuff of dreams right there.
And a wannabe RLCS coach.
Right? See, there you go. But you know, you got to give yourself credit. You are a legitimate professional Rocket League coach, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
I've
been a coach for 6 years, man.
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
So, and by the way, for those that don't know, the winning team of this tournament, each player on that team wins a session, a 1-hour session with Coach Ulti. And that's being paid for by myself. So, you know, this is just something that we like to do, make this a little bit fun. And obviously we're all here because we want to get better at the game. We want to be good at the game. And there's no better way to do that than to have professional coaching. So, Ulti, again, I really appreciate you coming on board, being part of the casting team for this one, and taking the opportunity to hang out with us and offer your expert inside opinion on what you're seeing on the pitch.
Not a problem. It's actually been a lot of fun figuring out the dynamics here and just seeing everything going on, especially with these 2 teams that we're dealing with right now. It's just such a dynamic relationship with them, right?
Right.
And I think, like, for it being my first time casting, How'd I do?
Oh, you're doing.
How am I doing?
Yeah, you're doing fantastic, man. You know, a lot of times it's interesting to try to jump in and do something like this when you don't know the teams, right? It's not like we have a long history of watching these teams play for seasons
I'm
upon
just figuring
seasons.
them out.
Yeah.
And it's just so this is Orange Belts versus Rocket Bros still.
Yep, this is game 2. Yep.
Yeah. Javier getting a free net on that. What happened? Hold on. The boost in a dream with the bomb, JV. Oh yeah.
Javier just
Yeah, Isolated just could not get back quick enough on that play.
So now we've got who we got on kickoff here. We've got Isolated and Boost and Dream. Boost and Dream wins the kickoff, but Dill Gherkin's there waiting for it. Javier challenges quickly though. Oh, and the miss by Stop It. But Boost and Dream's there to collect in the corner.
Boost with a beautiful touch.
Oh, Isolated with
a
fantastic double tap attempt, but just misjudges. Oh, Dill Gherkin with a great pinch play, but Javier standing
that puts
strong
Stop It on
the
such
goal
an
line.
awkward spot.
Javier with some clutch saves.
What a play. And Boost, did you not, man, Boost touch there did so much to relieve the pressure. That was wonderful to see.
Nice control touch in the corner, but Isolated is going to take it there. Javier to
Here's
the
gonna
wall.
push forward. See, it's moments like that where I want Stop It to turn up field and work off what Javier's doing because of all that open space, right?
Right.
So much more opportunity for development there, but instead we're just kind of it's like, okay, you go, okay, you go, okay, you go.
Yeah.
And it needs to be this thing where if the teammate has the play and they have no reason to be weak in their play, then you set up off of them and it's just so much more.
Yeah, I just think that was a clutch play by Javier right there. I can't remember who it was going up. Might have been Raging Snail. Was going up for almost a certain shot on goal, and Javier met him from behind and completely crushed his hopes of getting that shot in. And Isolated.
Wow, what a play from Isolated.
Play.
Wow.
Where was the goal line defense for Orange Belts that time?
Yeah, that's where
everyone
you
was
see how
pushed up.
Boost in a Dream. Yeah. So Stop It being the third man back has to play a lot more passive there. Can't get risky on challenging the ball more than letting them throw it away, right?
Right.
And you can see that's why I said it mattered so much with third man in the very beginning of this, right? You asked me what the biggest thing was.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely the third man just figuring out when to push.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Boost in a Dream, man.
Well, and I'm not sure what Stop It was doing there
play.
because Boost and Dream was controlling the ball and Stop It just came flying in from nowhere.
Javier with a beautiful clear, and that just like I said, man, Orange Belt's doing such a good job about making massive clears that the opponents cannot handle.
Yeah.
Rocket Bros just struggling to keep that in against them.
Isolated was trying to control the ball off the wall. Oh, and what a touch by
my
Javier,
goodness.
but no one's there for the cleanup.
I don't think anyone was expecting that touch though. That's a
yeah.
really good touch.
And Isolated just showing control. Then the flicks it deep, where it's collected by Javier. Oh, and Boost and Dream was right there, but Isolated was there to intercept.
Isolated on that big distance play. You can't let him have those. That was beautiful. That was a really good cutoff.
Oh, and Dill Gherkin with the whiff. Isolated sends one deep, controlled by Javier, into the corner where they're just going to drop it down, I'm thinking, to go for the overtime. Yep, here we go. And now Rocket Bros is up 1-0. This is game 2, so Orange Belts have to have this win to avoid going home.
Yeah, I know this sounds a little bit disrespectful, but I really want to see Orange Belt win so we can go to a game 3. This is so good.
Oh, absolutely. Boost and Dream
What a
gonna
great
collect it on the
series.
corner. Isolated there, sends it back deep where Hobby's going to collect, send to the side. But Isolated is still there for control. No boost, just trying to do something. Oh, and Stop It there with a clutch goal line save to try to relieve some of the pressure.
Just in a Dream going on that solo run against Isolated. Isolated making a beautiful clear, but it goes over to the opponents.
You know, and something about Boost and Dream, his official rank, I think, is only Champ 2, but he plays so much better than that.
He's so much better than that.
Yeah, he is. As a matter of fact, the server where I first met him, he's the one that invited me to that server, and he He's such a cool, fun guy to play with, and it doesn't matter if you're, a plat like me or if you're a GC. He will play with you however you need to play, and he's just such a joy to play with because he's got the skill level, he's got the patience. He's just so much fun.
I do think Boost in a Dream and Javier need to connect more with each other because that's where their power comes in, right?
Yeah.
On their striking.
Right.
And I think if they can get those team plays going a lot more coordinated.
Look at that 50
Yeah.
there with by Boost and Dream just there for
It's
the
crazy.
Yeah.
But you can see how much he's like overriding Javier in certain moments. And I
Right.
think like you gotta let your teammate do their job,
Yeah.
and just like prepping on that will do so much more for them.
And that was, I don't know if you noticed that, but after Javier touched that ball and knew he didn't have another touch, he left it for his teammate and went and grabbed the
Yeah.
corner boost. And again,
Yep.
it's those small plays that really add up to make a big difference. Oh, and look at this!
What a
And-
beautiful beat from Boost in the Dream.
And
Wow.
Orange Belts with the Game 2 win to send it to Game 3.
Oh my goodness. And that recovery off of that pre-jump just happened to be perfectly in place to set that in. We go to Game 3.
Yes, sir, we do. You got your wish, Ulte.
I got my
Game
wish.
3.
That's cool. This is the last series I commentate on because I can't do better than this one.
And think about it. This is just, I mean, we're barely into this tournament. This is so much fun.
Man.
So here we go now. So loser of this game goes home, Ulte. You know, that realization has to be setting in hard for both of these teams. Neither one of them want to go
Yeah.
home. Both of these teams want to make the Cinderella story to go from the bottom bracket all the way to the grand finals.
100%. Two very worthy teams facing each other. It's a bit unfortunate that they're meeting like this in the losers bracket because
Right.
losers bracket, well, it's a best of 3, so at least it's not best of 1 losers.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's just,
Javier
man,
with
both of
control,
these
but
teams
no boost.
very
Nice 50.
capable. Yeah.
Isolated, taking control again. I will tell you, oh, what a shot by Isolated. Just, he knew he had boosted a dream sort of,
So much space too.
dead-footed
Yeah.
there on the goal line. He could just like the smart player that he is, sends it right to the back of Boost and Dream.
Usually the way to stop that out is just, you can't wait them out, but you can't challenge in either. You got to be a little bit patient with your development. And if you develop with the pace of the play, you have a huge chance of saving against Isolated there, but it's just
So do you
little
think that was
moments like that.
Do you think that was a shot of just Boost and Dream being too much in the middle of the goal, not being close enough back post where he could advance
Yeah,
on the ball?
exactly. I
Yeah.
think like Boost and Dream kind of rushed himself and
Yeah.
like pushed past the point where like Ice could have sent it.
Right,
Because if you
right.
think about it, Isolated's play, and I'm sorry for rambling over this extra goal. This was very good off of
Yeah.
that 50. It's just unfortunate that Javier kind of backflipped on that, but he was also pushed
Yeah.
too far up.
Right.
But no, like Boost and Dream just pushing past that play on that very beginning doesn't really give them a lot of leeway because it essentially forces you to have like trigger hair reaction, right?
Right.
And in doing so, it just makes it so much more difficult for yourself. Whereas if you just kind of acknowledge that the opponents are more likely to throw it away on a rushed attack, it's a lot
right.
easier to save. That's what you
Right.
see Torment do all the time. Just a little fun fact.
Oh yeah. Torment, not known to be one of the better players in the game at all, right?
Oh yeah. No, he's horrible. One of the worst players I've ever seen. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh
no!
Isolated with the hat trick with 3:46 left.
Yeah, but Boost in a Dream just making the really unfortunate connect there. Going off that backboard and just jumping super early off of that play. Having a little bit more leeway on that backboard. Play into a catch, into a flick away, but
Yeah.
it's so tempting to try and get it out so quickly, and that's what causes a lot of those own goals to happen.
Orange Belt's definitely behind the 8 ball now. They've got a
Yeah.
lot of work to do, and really Isolated is just really feeling his own at this point. He's on a mission.
Yeah, but I do think with 3 minutes left, Orange Belt does have a massive chance to
Oh,
come
and
back.
look at this Javier with the just right place, right time goal.
Yeah. What a beautiful touch from Boost in a Dream. Raging just not able to connect on it, but then that gives him so much momentum to get right back into it.
Frab
we
in the,
don't want a boring game 3. We don't want a landslide.
Frab in the comments saying there's no way Javier is out. So he's looking for Javier
Yeah.
to take this team on his shoulders and really do the work.
100%.
Good 50 by Stop It. And a demo by Boost and Dream to clear up some space. Javier sends it deep, but Isolated's going to collect and send it right back down.
And Isolated and Raging just on that 1-2. Isolated making the play, Raging ready to go right after. And Dill just fully ready as third man.
Dildgurken out of Boost. Great save by Boost and Dream.
Beautiful 50. Connects. Boost gonna try and do something again.
And did you see
What was that?
Isolated's intelligence? He knew he wasn't going to be first to
Yeah.
that ball, so he stopped to play where it was likely to go.
And it didn't go anywhere, so he was able to play on it right after.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. The two unfortunate whiffs going on in that corner.
Oh, Stop It almost made
That's
a
gonna lead
crucial
to third.
error in taking it
All
across
good,
the
though.
goal.
Really having a lot of forgiveness
nice
on the
team
side
play
here.
here. Oh, great opportunity, but Isolated plays the controlled game in the corner.
Stop It. Probably not really getting the pass that they wanted, but that almost went to midfield, and that would have been a really good play for his teammates.
You know, we've not really been calling Isolated's teammates' names much in this game, but to me, that just says that they are doing all the work that needs to be done and letting Isolated, you know, play his game.
That's what I mean. They're a functional team, right?
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea. It's like Dild is doing a lot more and Raging's doing a lot more than we give them credit for, but like, man, it's so hard to comment on everyone in a game
Right.
versus like commenting on 2 or 1 from each team. But like commenting on all 3, man, they're all doing such an amazing job with it. Like on their possession plays, on their ability to get the offense pressure, and just connecting with each other on the plays, right? It's just those
Great
little
50
moments.
by Stop It right there.
Yeah, it's just those
Oh.
little moments.
Man, and Raging Snell with the goal. Man, Rocket Bros are running away with this one right now with 1:07 left,
Oh,
up
man.
by 3. And
Javier's bump of Isolated too. That would have been so good.
Phoenix in the chat saying ISO is goated. Man, I'll tell you, it's hard to argue against that at this point.
Yeah. Dude's been absolutely clutch. And the second that he simplified all of his plays with his teammates and like making it very hard for the opponents to predict, game over, you know?
Yeah. And look at, wow. Look at this. You had all 3 of Orange Belts sort of hanging around the goal line. They're having a hard time just really getting anything going offensively at this point.
You can tell there's a lot of like plays that are
Oh,
such a close
almost.
connect. But you can tell there's a lot of plays that are like throwing away possession, and so like because they don't have as much influence on the ball, it's really hard for them to control their development.
Isolated with a 4th goal with 26 seconds
That's
left.
absolutely. It's
Let's
going to
see
be
what
a tough
happened here,
time coming
so-
back to this, but there is still technically a chance. Like if they
Yeah.
can get kickoff goals here, they can still get some momentum, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle.
Oh, absolutely. Boost and Dream with a great kickoff win where it goes over to Dildgurken. And
What a play from Javier! Holy moly!
that whole play took 6 seconds.
Wow.
6 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're going to need those fast plays. If they can keep getting that, though,
That
they can
angle.
come back to this.
That angle by Javi was incredible.
Need that momentum. Yeah, little plays like that where like Javier, do you see how like that play takes a lot of time? We
Right,
don't want that. Like we
right.
need those direct plays that don't try and just go around the players, right? You got to be more direct about it.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is now Rocket Bros advancing with Orange Belts
Man,
out of the tournament. That is heartbreaking because they
it's so
put on
unfortunate to
such a
see
great
either
run.
of these teams go out.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me update the. So Rocket Bros won 2 games.
Yeah, both very capable teams with different strengths and just unfortunately just not working out on the last game. But man, what a series that was played here. truly, Rocket Bros absolutely getting their stuff together too, off of like their first series,
Right.
and just clicking on everything. Man.
Yeah, I'll tell you
And-
that, that
yeah.
first series where because they were swept in the first series, 2-0.
Yeah.
And this was a
Exactly.
completely different team in this game. They came out, just looked completely different, and they each member of that team knew exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that was a fun game to watch, and I feel bad for Orange Belts because let me tell you about dedication. Right, the reason this team is called Orange Belts is because Stoppet's daughter had her martial arts belt test this morning to get promoted. And
Did you get it?
I haven't heard, but I'm dying to hear. I'm assuming by the name of their team that he was anticipating she was going to get it, but he wanted to make sure that he could fulfill both obligations. So hats off to you, Stop It. You did a tremendous job in this tournament, and it was really fun to watch you play.
That's also really super sweet.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That's just a cool thing to do.
Oh yeah,
Very
oh,
wholesome.
Yeah.
Awesome
So,
of you.
Now, tournament admin Connor, who do we have up next? Are we doing? I'm assuming we're doing. Let's see.
Also,
Is
tournament admin,
Oh,
can I
yeah.
get the bracket, please? The link to it. That way I can actually follow up.
Actually, we don't have a link to the bracket, but
Okay.
let me do this.
Can you send me a full screenshot frame?
I
kind of thing?
certainly will. Let me do that. Then I'll jump over here and do
Tournament admin here. I believe we've got Platinum Fury and Rocket Bros next.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay.
This is just. This tournament is a lot, man. I didn't know it was gonna be as like breakneck as it is. It's really good. Like you guys got some serious rosters here that are just forming very well, and man, this could grow into something.
Well, like I said, we do this just because we like to geek out with Rocket League. Again, for those of you who don't know, I take a great deal of pride in the fact that I'm almost 50 years old, and I play this game with both of my sons, one of which is the tournament admin, who he's off at grad school, and he and I can do this and have fun together. My younger son just started his first year at college. So, this is the kind of thing that I enjoy. Getting to do it with my kids is a lot of fun, and it keeps me young. Well, actually, what people tell me is I'm immature, but I like to think
And
that
how
is just
old is
being
your
youthful.
coach?
Yeah. Right? Right? Oh, my goodness. So,
I am 26.
there you go. See, you're
How
right
does
in the
that
sweet
make you
spot.
feel?
You're right in the sweet spot. See, no, it keeps me youthful.
I mean, I feel old too, though. That's the thing. Like, man.
Okay. We have the teams taking the pitch, and so now we've got Plat Fury versus Rocket Bros. And so Plat Fury is in blue, Rocket Bros is in orange.
Two very, once again, capable teams, man.
Right?
I don't know how to explain it differently. It's just both teams can absolutely handle the pressure, put on the pressure, and it's just really going to be a fight of endurance here, test of endurance.
And Destiny telling me in chat, I'm not old and they love me. Well, I love you guys too. I will say though that, my goodness. How did Zero not get that ball to go in? And even Isolated was in perfect position to defend, but that was a tough shot.
I have
Ben's
no
gonna take
idea,
control.
Fodger.
Yeah.
That guy's been very coordinated throughout all of these, I should mention. He's very clever with where he puts the ball.
And again, his self-proclaimed nickname is Trash Man, and he likes to live up to that moniker. So I'm looking for some really just ugly bull in China shop, and yet at the same time, fantastic plays from Dead Guy.
Man, I wish I had a soundbite for that. Bull in a China shop.
Right? Oh, and look at that shot by Zero.
Oh, man.
Let's see what happened here. So off the wall. Great second
Beautiful
touch.
into a flick.
Been there for the
And
follow-up.
over with the demo, too. Just, well, even like setting up on the passing play. just makes such a fake attempt. Because even if he doesn't like connect into it, you have to be aware of that as Raging.
Yeah.
I think it just caught him off guard, but man, what a play.
So Plat Fury with the early 1-0 lead, still plenty of time. Over 3 minutes left. Ben taking control, low on boost. Oh, what a great pickup by Zero. He saw that Ben was not going to control that ball all the way through, and he knew exactly where he needed to be. Man, they are just peppering that backboard, unable to get it to go through. Oh, nice demo by Snail. Oh, and the chip shot.
Beautiful chip shot. What a wonderful hook.
Tied up at 1 with less than 3 minutes to play.
Yeah. Great turn there. That was wonderful.
Wonderfully placed shot.
You know, one of the advantages that Platinum Fury has here is that because Rocket Bros familiarize themselves with the last team's chemistry and like dynamic, it gives the ability for Platinum to really like hone in on what the weaknesses are from the last series.
True. They get to watch that entire series.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like you have, you know, Orange Belt, sorry, Rocket Bros, really like struggling to change what they're doing because it's so familiarized with the last roster. So they're going to have to switch it up a little bit and become more familiarized with this roster.
Well, and not just that, but Plat Fury got to watch Isolated just be dominant, and so I'm sure they're keying in on him.
Exactly.
And so it's going to be interesting to see Dill Gherkin and Raging Snail really take control if they try to shut Isolated down.
Yeah. It's one of the things about having a coach in this tournament.
Right.
It makes it very difficult to know what's going to happen to you because I'm going to be looking out for like, why are you strong right now? And what's your weakness?
Right. Well, I've got to take a minute just to mention that goal line stand by Bend Over on that
beautiful.
And look at that shot by Zero.
Beautiful touch by Zero there. And just a follow-up, like into that control catch, throwing off Raging, Isolated's on panic mode, and Zero just gets that back post touch. That's what I'm talking about, right? Those back post aim.
Yep,
the back post aiming.
Isolated had no chance of getting that ball because Zero placed it perfectly.
Yeah. The second you have space and you put that to back post, you are just
Isolated.
You are so powerful.
Yeah, but Ben's there to make the goal line stand again.
Yeah, just a lot of pressure, man.
Look at Zero's control.
Zero's control off the play into a flip reset. Are you kidding me?
Snail just deletes him off the field with authority.
Is Zero the GC here?
I believe he is, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Zero is a GC1 and Isolated is a GC2.
Nice.
Man, so very, very closely matched. You could tell that Zero just... I think Zero shouldn't be GC1. I think he should be higher than that. Based on what I just saw, that control play is what you see SSLs do. What a crazy move.
Dead guy making the soft touch
Super
in the corner
mechanic.
where Ben's there for the follow. Snail makes the control touch to the left corner. He's going to take it off the wall. Isolated there for the... Oh, my goodness. And Zero with a clutch save in the corner.
Beautiful breakaway on that. Isolated, going to try and keep it in.
And I'm not sure where...
Over, not going to let it happen. And you see the double commit, but Dill... Oh, no!
All the whiffs to an open net.
Whiff.
Oh, my goodness.
Ah, man. A lot of pressure there to keep in the offense, and I think they'll just kind of let it get it to him. Unfortunate, he played into that, just unfortunate whiff, but he had such a good idea there.
Well, and I'll tell you though, that was a case of they had the ball right on Plat Fury's goal line, and so everybody was pushed up, just hoping to just push it in, and that left him with an open net with one out play. So,
and that's the thing, right? Like, this is why I said the most valuable thing you can have is being calm under pressure, right?
Right.
Just not losing that composure. So I think it's really important for Rocket Bros, if they want to win this, they absolutely need to keep their composure, need to keep those control plays, take those 50s, you know, and place them to your team and just keep team possession, right?
Well, I will say this, speaking of team, you'll notice we really didn't call Isolated's name that much. You could tell Raging Snail and Dill Gherkin were really stepping up to take
100%.
control, and that was I think that's going to be key to having them move on. Because again, when you've got Isolated and then Zero on the other side, and those two guys being still so evenly matched, it's really going to require the rest of the team to step into their roles.
Yeah, 100%. These dynamics are just so juicy. I do think watching Platinum though, they are on it right now. And I think Rocket Bros, like I said, just getting the team possession plays, the control touches, and just really not giving a chance to their opponents,
Right.
That's what they need to do. They cannot give the opponents a chance for influence.
Did you see that kickoff shot?
What a
just shot like a
crazy
rocket to the
catch
corner,
off
and there's
Zero, too.
Isolated, just right place, right time, read that ball all the way, and able to follow up for the early goal in 6 seconds in.
Yeah, that guy not realizing that Zero had more control on that than he thought, and just caught off guard on that defense. Isolated, able to capitalize on it.
Raging Snail up early.
Good free jump to build. Fortunate miss, but it's not going to take them out too easily.
Oh, and look at
unless,
this. The equalizer.
Unless you see Zero just get the cut from midfield. My goodness.
See, it just seemed like, Rocket Bros, there was no one back.
It's just
their
getting
third
greedy,
was at
right?
Midfield, right? Their third was at midfield, and everyone else was up in the blue corner. So
100%. Yeah. But I think that also relies on consistency, right? Because, once again, their ideas are really good if they have the consistency to play into it, but just too many whiffs going on,
Yeah.
And so it just means that they need to start playing a little bit more safe, right? Not hesitant, but much more controlled, much more willing to let the ball, breathe, right? Giving it breathing room.
Yeah. And I've got to ask you this, Oldie, because this is something that I've been struggling with. I'm going to get my free coaching session in. Oh, and look at this, AGF 0 with another goal. No, I got to get my free coaching session in. I was playing a lot of ones over the past few days, and I'm really struggling with when to play close, right, versus when to give them room. Because I feel like if I'm playing close, then I'm rushing, as opposed to letting the play develop.
So usually it's a conversation of shadow defense, right? And just making sure that you're close enough to take care of bad possession, but also not willing to commit into plays that are too risky, right?
Right.
And so it's all about, are they strong? Am I weak? Right?
Yeah.
And just knowing hey, if they're backwards facing their net, they're weak. But if they're right next to the ball and heading towards me and all that, it depends on the angle they have, right? But if they make a play that throws it away on possession, that's where they become weak. That's where you need to be able to play in.
Well, and I guess
you can't play on that weakness.
Oh, and look at this goal by Isolated. So now we're equalized at 2. But I guess my question is, when does close become too close versus proper shadow defense?
That's really a field out kind of moment, right? Because whenever they can flick it over you is already if you can defend that properly because you're spaced enough, you're good, right? But if you're too close is essentially whenever you can't get back in time, which is super obvious, right?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all about just making sure that you don't feel like you're vulnerable, right?
Right.
And so those moments of just saying, uh-oh, is where you got to stop.
Yeah, and that's where I find myself is I feel like I get in this position where I'm either too far away and giving them too much room versus giving it enough versus being patient, letting the play develop.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
And it's all about having. This is why I said being that second man in threes, right? It's such a difficult thing to be because you have to be able to determine when is it good to go, when is it not good to go, what can I do for my teammate, right? But other than that last option, it's the same thing in ones, right?
Yeah.
Because in ones, it's all about can I go, can I not go, am I safe?
Right.
Right? And then it's all about staying in midfield and making sure that you're not getting too greedy on the sides, that you create a bunch of open space around you. So it's a bunch of trial and error. That's why ones, it's just do it and see and just make sure you don't feel awkward. If you feel awkward, find out why.
Well, I'm Platt. I always feel awkward. There's that one. Oh,
Man.
what a second touch! But Raging Snail makes it back for the save. Dead
This
Guy
has been
puts it
such
up
an
on.
intense game. And we haven't said anything.
I know. Here we're tied at 2 with 2 minutes left. Plat Fury with the 1-0. Oh my.
Oh no! All right, 0 with good compensation. Raging can't really turn on that. Dill got a little bit pushed up, and Isolated just kind of waiting everything out.
Oh
Isolate.
no.
Oh, what an
Zero
unfortunate touch,
almost
but it
with
works out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 almost made one heck of a shot there.
Yeah. Isolated just trying to buy some time on pressure, trying to find some way to keep in offense, but not really find anything. But that great demo puts 0 off guard. Ben gonna try and cut it off.
And Snail and Ben met him with some great authority on that 50. It
Yeah,
just
this is
stopped the play dead in
intense.
its tracks. Isolated almost with the
Isolated
angle.
just getting a passing play, but no one there to really connect on anything. You can tell they're playing a lot more cautious and just not willing to commit into things. But
yeah, good bump by
you know,
Dill there. Yeah.
it's one thing to know that you're safe by being
Okay.
safe. It's another thing to know you're safe by being risky.
Right.
And you gotta know, like, the risk is safe, you know?
Oh, what a save by
Beautiful.
Isolated. Pinch off the post. And Dill Gherkin just trying to find some boost, but trying to stay relevant as well. And I think
Isolate's going
that's
to do a lot to try and get those solo plays in
yeah.
at this point. I don't think he's going to get a lot much happening from team plays right now, because like both of his teammates are just playing super cautious, and it's not necessarily the worst thing, but it's just you can't try and structure something on a play if it's not going to exist, you know?
Right, absolutely. Well, and
And
I
so
think
it's like,
that was one of the
yeah.
things that you told me in one of our coaching sessions was play the way you're going to play. You know, give your teammates the benefit of the doubt. Always try to
Yeah.
be there. And then if you
Right.
figure out that you can't trust them, then alter your play. But don't start off thinking, you know, well, I'm just going to play it
Right,
safe
you
just in
can't
case.
avoid failure. You
Right.
have to let failure happen, otherwise you can't make your decisions.
Right.
Right. And
Here we
so
go. Overtime
yeah.
for game 2.
Yep. But obviously, with the 2-2 and overtime, you have to avoid failure now. But like now, like that's why in the beginning you always play to not worry about failure, right?
Right. What a touch by Isolated. Oh my goodness. I think that was Ben there for the save. Otherwise, Isolated, I think, was going to get that past the
Raging to a
crossbar.
beautiful passing play to Dylan. Unfortunately, Dylan just not able to connect on it, but Isolated takes over. He's going to go for a double, but Zero just on it, man. Both Isolated and Zero have a rivalry here.
Well, and you saw the bump from Isolated to get
Yeah.
Zero off the ball. And there it is.
And what a
Ben.
beautiful cut from Ben.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. GG's. Such a crazy game.
Wow, look at
Raging
that
just
touch.
unfortunately getting overwhelmed on that defense with the 2v1, and what do you do there, you know?
Right, and so
It's
now,
such a difficult position to get in.
Yeah,
so
so-
like
oh
you
my
just got to
goodness.
avoid getting put in those 2v1s, and your teammates got to avoid putting them in that situation too. So it's just an all-around effort that just unfortunately did not go well at the very end. But last game, a lot of pressure, you're in losers bracket, like it's a mental game at that point, you know?
Absolutely. So now that was Plat Fury with the 2-0 sweep over Rocket Bros. That was an incredible game, and it was, you know, I hate to say it like this, but Rocket Bros has so much potential on that team. I
crazy
really
amount,
thought
yeah.
I really thought we would have seen 3 games out of them. But I will tell you this:
Yeah.
if these guys keep playing together on the server, doing privates, or even going out and doing other matches, I mean,
100%.
there was so much potential on that team.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think the
really
biggest
fun.
thing, the biggest thing that sorry, I'm reading Silly
Oh,
for
yeah.
Destiny as I'm talking. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh,
But I try to do my best to get everyone on the right criticism and
yeah.
make sure everyone feels included and stuff, and also part of the hazing. But I think like, man, Rocket Bros, I know that there were like a lot of whiffs going on from 2 teammates there, right? But I do think that like that's all about how much pressure you're feeling in the moment, and I
Yeah.
don't think that's something to like say, oh, you're not good enough, right?
Right,
Don't
right.
ever put that on your thought process, right?
Right.
Like you are very much capable, but I think because you're under so much pressure, you're just not aware of like how to feel calm in the moment. And if you can hone in on feeling calm in the moment, which is not flipping, not jumping to immobilize yourself, not boosting to put
Right.
yourself out of position if you're already on the pace, right? Like if you match the pace of the play and like if you match the energy of the play, right? You're going to do so much better than someone who rushes himself on like slow energy of a play
Right.
and someone who is too slow on a fast play.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
So it's all about matching the energy of it, right? The inertia, the feeling of it, you know?
Right.
If you can do that, man, you can absolutely destroy.
Yeah.
And I think if who was it that we witnessed? We saw Rocket Bros versus
That was Rocket Bros versus Plat Fury in that match.
versus Plat Fury, and Plat Fury won. Right. So
Yeah.
Rocket Bros, all they were doing was getting caught up in like too much energy.
Yeah.
And then like
And there was a
really
lot of
showing-
reactionary play, it seemed to be as well.
Yeah, 100%. And it just seemed like it became reactionary because it always becomes reactionary if you're too early.
Right.
And it always becomes, and not necessarily too early, but if you're early in general, which is sometimes too early.
Right.
But and then it becomes, you know, proactive if you're on time, which is the difference, right?
Right.
If you find yourself waiting, you are more likely to be thwarted in a play versus if you find yourself on time in the moment, you get to adapt with the play and develop with it. And you're
Yeah.
also much harder to predict because you're not a sitting duck.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I went, Bill asking in chat, why does everyone underestimate Plats? They aren't that bad. So that's the weird thing about
Well-
Plats, because I'm Plat as well. I'm like Plat 3 to Diamond 1 is where I've been staying, right? And the thing about Plats is it comes down to consistency, like you mentioned earlier, consistency.
Yeah,
That's the down.
100%.
You can have some Plats who can do some things that, okay, you know, pretty amazing mechanically, but they can do it like once or twice, and most of the time they're
Yeah.
going to fail. And it's trying to understand that, I think, is the
It's
key
rotations, man.
Oh,
Rotations,
absolutely.
Rotations.
Absolutely. So, all right. So let's see. How are we on the match? Looks like so we're gonna have Grease Lightning versus DEFCON 1, and it looks like the teams are getting ready to take the pitch. So let's head over there. But no, Bill, I completely understand what you're saying because I live in the Plat world myself, and it's just. Oh, it's so frustrating, man. Because you think you'll get into a lobby with some Plats who can do things and you can play with them. Then other Plats, it's just you never know what to expect when you jump into a Plat lobby. So, all right, so here we
this
go.
is a beautiful matchup. You got Remo, Gingy, and Destiny versus Frab, Arrow, and Colonel. Man,
Yeah.
what this I expect so much from this. No pressure, guys, but man, it's gonna be brutal how this turns out.
Well, and you know, I'm really, again, I'm anxious to watch how Aero Pilot fits into this now next round game.
Is it because you relate with him? Is that what it is?
That's pretty much what
you're
it is.
just as old as him.
I'm actually much older than
Are
Aero.
you?
Yes.
And he's the oldest one in the tournament.
And he's the
That's
oldest
great.
one in this tournament. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Great demo by Gingy. And look at Remo just staying patient with the ball. But Frab's there to just stop the car and block the play.
Yeah.
Destiny with a shot off the crossbar. Gingy's there for the follow. Oh, what a touch by Gingy. Great
Man.
car control to redirect that softly down into the net.
Unfortunate miss off of Frab and Colonel just getting caught off guard at that moment. Arrow getting that caught off guard. Looks like we might actually be getting some lag. Depending. Are there rules for that, or are we good?
You know,
For now.
I think it's good.
Okay.
We'll see
If
how it
everyone
plays.
else like thinks of lag there, I think
Yeah.
like if it's yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think I think the two dynamics that I'm looking at here, right, is watching Gingy and how they work off of Remo,
Mhm.
and watching Frab how they work off of Arrow. I think those are like the two to watch on each team.
Well, see, I mean,
Because-
don't
Don't get me wrong. The third plays a role, right? But I'm saying like for all the offensive potential, watch
but-
them on
well, but
offense
here's-
because like
Well,
yeah,
but,
go ahead.
but here's the thing. Arrow, you're looking at a high Plat. Frab, you're looking. I think he's GC1.
No,
So-
I get that, but Frab I'm comparing to Frab I'm definitely like putting against Gingy. That's
Oh,
my thought
gotcha.
process,
Okay, I
right?
thought you said Frab against Arrow, and I was like, well, I
No,
don't
no, 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 no. I'm saying watch how they work together
Oh,
on the
gotcha,
team,
gotcha.
right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
Frab and Arrow have a great dynamic with each other, and
Oh.
Colonel is like full coverage mode.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And the
Okay.
same thing with Gingy and Remo.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
So like watch them work together on those plays because that's where a lot of that like strength comes in. The third man though, like Destiny and Colonel playing as solid thirds the whole time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
and just ultimately like full great coverage work. Like look at that, Destiny's like practically ready to go, and Gingy, although caught off guard, like Destiny has all the opportunity there on that play, right? And the idea is it's not about Destiny missing here. It's about the fact that they're in position ready to go.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I do think because we're already 2 minutes practically in, 2 minutes 30 seconds left to go, I do think it's a little too late to start off the server again. I think what we'll do is we can make a new server after this, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great challenge by Aero Pilot. Destiny with controlled touch.
Destiny with
running low on
beautiful
boost.
control play.
Yeah.
What a worthy decision from the server admin. Well done. Well thought. Destiny gonna play that control play back. Look at that possession. Beautiful. Genji's gonna take all that time to set up, and Colonel just doesn't like have the ability to push in that, because you're not gonna get ability to push into that, right? Like, in order for that play to be capitalized on, you kind of just have to accept the play's gonna go over you, but you have to force something.
Yeah.
Right? And so I want to see Colonel get a little bit more forceful as first man. Not risky, but just getting closer and then bailing out if they need to, right? But not so much waiting out, because that's what your teammates are already doing, right? If your teammates are handling that defense, you're good.
Right, right. Oh,
Frab, man, with the drop down play and just really playing into the control.
And
Colonel with a perfect
every
beat.
member of that team was in the position they needed to be in.
That's
at that
what I
point.
mean, yeah. And it's super clustered, but it worked. That's the thing. Like, everyone was serving a really good purpose the whole time.
You saw Frab with that sort of awkward touch coming out, but Colonel was sit there right on goal line, right in behind him, knew where he had to be. That was just fantastic.
Oh,
play.
such an unfortunate miss. Remo just not able to click on that defense, but luckily forgiven. Gingy on the lovely 50 to Destiny. Frab, once again, you got Remo
and look at
ready
that.
to go on the play, but Destiny kind of pushing in, man. And you can see there's a little bit of confusion going on the on Grease Lightning side.
Well,
but I do think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and what I was noticing there though was you had Arrow, who's their third typically, pushed up, but he knew full well that his teammates were rotating back as soon as they were done with the play, and he wasn't pushed up too close. It's just yeah.
100%. It's just all about being spatially aware of like what's appropriate for the positioning. Oh, and that's an unfortunate drop from Colonel. That could be punished. Gingy coming in.
Oh, just wide.
Off to a passing play, but I don't think Destiny was expecting a passing play. I think Gingy actually had an open net on the right side there, but a passing play also works. So like, you got to get that coordination going on. Keep comms going on, you know?
Right, absolutely.
Comms are massive for stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and you saw Frab
and
come
just
in
a
with
double
the
demo to a pass back to Arrow.
And look at Gingy. Is he going to make him? Is he going to punish him for it?
Oh, man.
So
what a drop
close.
Down.
That was almost an incredible
That was
play.
intense. That was a little too risky for my liking for Frab. But he knew what he was doing, but dang. Destiny with a drop down play into a pass, and you see what I mean? Like, just little hesitation moments, right?
Colonel Lingus going up with 0 boost.
Frab to Arrow on the play to turn, but Destiny's going to get the beat. And this is what I mean. Destiny's a very solid third man, just plays it out very well on that defense. And if they can play that defensive coverage, it's going to be hard for them to get scored on, because you get that endurance play, you know?
Right, right.
As long as Destiny can get back on that rotation, and you see he grabs resources, comes all the way through.
And
Destiny with an amazing turn. That was a crazy pass through center. That was beautiful from Gingy. Well done. I think it was unfortunately a 50 that happened, and just 2 opponents getting a little caught off guard.
Yeah, so Grease Lightning with the game 1 win. So now let's drop out to the lobby. So we can...
I low-key want to make another coffee, but it's fine.
So let me ask you this, Ulti. Has this been as much fun as what you were expecting?
I don't mean to be rude, but I thought great value RLCS is probably going to be a little boring on my end. And then I decided to like do it, watch it, and like, man, it's way better than I thought it was going to be. Like this the chemistry that everything is going good, man. It just looks so good.
Yeah. Oh, we've got Silly for Destiny, which that's actually Stop It on the server. He's in chat saying, "Who was it last tourney that literally never grabbed boost? Was always doing good." That was actually Aero Pilot that was doing that. He was just okay. And Connor's saying we can go ahead and rejoin Ulti, so I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually Aero Pilot. He just, he never made it a point to go after boost. He just always wanted to stay relevant and in his position, and that's what he did. And he and Kib won the last tournament. It was a twos tournament last time, and he and Kib won. So yeah. It was pretty fun to watch. All right.
You see these two teams getting back up together and really seeing if the connection difference can make a difference here for them. But we do need to see DEF CON stepping it up on those plays, right? Just getting it.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, they've had really good plays. It's just they need to connect more.
Agreed.
Let's see. Saw some kind of ping issue for a second, but I think we're good.
Okay. So here we've got now Destiny taking control. Colonel Ingus is there to top it back in. Gingy rushes in. Destiny's going to pop it down deep with the open
Destiny
net.
on
Is
the
Arrow going to
beat.
get
This
there?
is what I mean. It's a
Oh,
third man
and look at
positioning.
that.
Gingy.
Pilot with a
Destiny.
great save. What a 50 to keep the ball in. Aero Pilot just made a great goal line save. Destiny
Man, it's
almost had
crazy.
his shot.
That's what I mean. You got Destiny and Colonel Ingus really playing on the third man positions, but Arrow's starting to take over third man now. Start seeing it's a lot more compensation. I actually think Colonel Ingus was actually much more of a second man, and Arrow was the third man throughout the thing.
Right.
But I do think Colonel comes in clutch.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think Arrow comes in
Absolutely.
clutch as well as the third man.
Well, and that's
But
what I
like-
was saying. That's what I was saying about Colonel Ingus earlier. Is he's that player that he will fit in wherever he
Yeah,
is needed.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But like, Arrow makes great decisions off of it, and I think Frab is just a powerhouse. So it's just a great dynamic there. I think Gingy and Remo kind of have the same thing going on with Destiny too, being a clutch third man.
Right.
It's just crazy.
And
Destiny,
Gingy with the demo
Yeah.
on Colonel Ingus. Remo now is going to control the ball in the corner. Oh,
such an
there. That's
unfortunate
right.
play.
Gingy's there to clean it up. And then look at that. Destiny's
Destiny on
going
that
right.
compensation.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That third man to
And
first
look
man
at this.
transition.
Look at this
Destiny's
shot.
got
Oh.
it down.
And
Yeah.
Colonel Ingus with a fantastic goal line 50. Frab with 0 boost. Playing it
Getting the beat in
slow.
the center, and Destiny's just kind of waiting it out, waiting off Pilot, see what he's gonna do, and just
Yep.
plays right into it. Beautiful. And see, it forces Frab to be in a 50, and Gingy can immediately play off of it with Destiny on a crazy
my
redirect potential.
Goodness. And
Oh my goodness.
did you see the non-panic to get that goal line save?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
amazing.
Just crazy. What a save off the play. Two very capable teams.
Remo with the clear deep end. Gingy's going up. Oh, with the bouncer off the crossbar. Frab and Colonel Ingus with a double commit. Uh-oh. Frab's got the shot. And oh my goodness!
Beautiful.
Now is it going to be?
Remo,
Oh,
well
and
done.
Frab rotating back to avoid the open net goal.
You can see Destiny just making a lot of clear-cut plays towards the back post on each side, just really trying to sneak something in.
Yeah.
And it's almost working. I'm almost doing the same thing too, man. It's pretty much neck and neck at this point, you know?
It is. Both of these teams are rotating and attacking very well. And Frab with the open net.
You just had to say something.
I
It's
did.
a caster's curse. There's always got to say something. The third man messing up off of it. And that's
But-
the caster's curse. That's the way it goes. The second you say the quiet word, it ain't quiet.
But honestly, I mean, that was just a fortuitous touch
Yeah.
by Destiny or by Frab, because that was just everyone really was in the position where they should have been. Destiny was on his
Truly.
way to rotate back hard, but it was just that unfortunate touch that gave
Gingy
Frab
trying
that
to play
goal.
off Destiny. You can see they're constantly trying to get those like 1-2 plays, right? And
Yeah.
it looks so good for them to get those. makes their counterattacks so much more successful. Like that. You see how Destiny
Right.
like gets the beat and then Gingy's like immediately there.
Yep.
That's their thing.
Aero Pilot pops it up, goes up after it, and I will say this: don't let that that pathetic aerial dissuade you from his piloting abilities. The man is a full-blown flight instructor, so just so you
I don't know, man. He's got his pitch off a little bit. It doesn't. Feels like his angle of attack was a little off there. Wasn't able to quite stick the landing.
And
He's gonna need to switch to IR. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. I hope I'm not distracting him, but those are great jokes as a pilot.
Oh,
Come
and
on.
Frab with another goal. Don't worry, I don't think the players are actually listening to our casting, so we're good.
Oh, good. At least they probably are when they're not on it, and they probably go back and watch the VODs, and I'm gonna get a lot of crap. So unfortunately, it's 0-2 right now with 42 seconds left. It's just, you gotta see Grease Lightning pushing in on that,
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's weird because the thing is, they're doing a lot. Both teams are doing a lot, and I just think, like right now, Grease Lightning just is not getting the opportunities that they need to really like throw it into offense and set up. And it's such a tight game, and it might be an argue of just who's more mechanical on which side, you know?
Oh my goodness, that's a play right there that hits me right in the heartstrings.
Man.
You saw the demo coming through from Frab to destroy Remo. Oh.
Yeah, that's just classic. You just classic set up the plays first, man, get out, rotate through, and as you're rotating, go for the demos.
That's it. That
and
is
steal resources. It's just beautiful.
Yep, that is my gameplay right there. So Frab, I love you. That was beautiful.
Oh no, just man.
So
The
we've
real
got-
issue is all the midfield plays have been cut off from Grease Lightning. Like they just have not had the opportunity, and DEFCON just takes it, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's
This is 1-1 now, right?
it is. It is 1-1.
Man,
But yeah, that play by Frab, that is my thing, right? I'm not this offensive powerhouse, so I push the ball in deep, leave it for one of my teammates to clean up, and like you said, I'll grab resources, bump and demo on the way out.
yeah. I think if Grease Lightning is going to do anything with this, they're going to have to play a little bit more controlled. They can't rush it to defense anymore because they're getting cut off on those plays that they throw away. So it's going to have to be a lot more like, don't go develop towards the goal, develop towards your team, and just let it eventually get to the goal. Right? It's all about like baiting out the players and making sure that they can't handle anything versus like getting greedy on plays towards their net, which is like defended.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it was Squishy Muffins who actually said like, if the net's defended, I won't shoot at it.
Right. Yes.
Right. And so things like that, like just not getting greedy on offense and just deciding like, hey, you just happen to get opportunities based on the way you're positioning towards each other. So just start playing that team possession and start like going around the opponents, not at them, right? And just trying to beat them.
Right. And that's, again, and that's one of those things and those mindsets. Oh, how about that cut around from
What a
Aero
beautiful
Pilot?
cut.
Yeah. But that's one of
Yeah.
those mindsets, right? That
In the net,
separates,
right there.
that
And we are
separates-
starting it off
Yeah.
literally not even 15 seconds into the match. So thank you for that.
Yes, but that's one of those things that you were talking about, where that's one of the things that separates, probably Champ from GC and SSL is, look, if the net's not open, I'm not going to shoot at it. I'm going to take the open spot and set it up for something for my teammate, and that's one of those things where unfortunately, even Champ level and even low GC, that's the first thing they do is just shoot it as hard as I can at net.
Yeah, exactly. And you see them getting punished so much because it's like, it looks so juicy, right? But then you don't realize like the counterattack after that. So it's not really about like in the moment. It's not about what you're trying to do in the moment. It's about what is the outcome of this play going to do for my team.
Right. How
And
about
it's
the
like even a
patience?
solo play, right?
Yeah.
The outcome works for the team. So everything's got to be good for the team in nature.
Great touch by Frab.
And
Destiny pops it back in the middle where Genji's there. Oh, the double whiff.
such an unfortunate double commit, but Frab able to compensate off of it. Keeps control in the corner. Notice how, because he keeps control in the corner like that, he buys a bunch of time. He actually made a mistake by trying to go for a passing play there, in my opinion. Because both of his teammates weren't in position ready to go, but he bought time pretty effectively that they were almost there.
Yeah.
If he did a little bit more control work in that corner, it lets his teammates get resources, come back in, and have all the pressure.
Right. I love the car control and these soft touches by Frab as he just tries to control
Beautiful
everything.
pass back.
Yeah.
Man. Destiny on setup. Arrow just kind of waiting things out, but you'll notice, like, that's what I mean. That first man can't be hesitant when they have defense already, right? Because that's what kills it. That's why they weren't able to keep in that pressure, and it almost came back on them, but they're right back into it.
Ooh. The touch in the demo. Oh.
Arrow with
An
a
arrow
beautiful
pilot
touch.
with a beautiful touch just right over the defense.
That's what I mean. Arrow is very aware of what the opponents are not capable of reaching. And so it's not a matter of hitting it fast, right? It's about getting there fast and then setting up on it.
Exactly. Yeah, that was...
Plaid, by the way. Dude might be Plaid in terms of gameplay, but... Well, no, not even gameplay. In terms of mechanics, but... Definitely not Platin in terms of awareness. Arrow Plat got it down. Arrow Pilot.
Arrow Plat. No, I think that's, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But see, again, that's the wisdom that comes from age, right? I really feel like that's my strength too, is situational awareness for the most part, and knowing where the open spots are, rotating. Look at that save by Colonel Ingus. Yeah. Oh, I think Colonel Ingus really should have backed off and let Frab have that ball at that point. He was already set up.
Destiny on the play, and you can just see Destiny doing so much work out of defense, just controlling everything, getting massive clears off of defense. Gingy going for crazy demos, but you gotta have a third ready to go. So Remo's got to be prepped on those, but you can see he's just playing super spaced out. And this is why I say, if your team has offense and there's no chance of it coming back, you shouldn't be playing defense as heavy.
Right.
You should be playing counterattack, ready to go. And if you play counterattack, it gives you the opportunities to push in and go in for that play if you don't go past midfield line.
Right. And how about the nice soft touch, Destiny with the air roll to touch the ball off his wheels to keep the ball close as he recovered.
Yeah.
Great control play.
Beautiful. That's what I mean. Destiny's making absolute work out of that space that he gets. Bang it out. Beautiful touch. Just wonderful. And then Ingus is going to just bring it right back in. But Frab, you can tell, like, just going for those demos. Think about how much coordination is going on here. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, just absolutely in comms, on the chemistry, ready to go, and just fully communicating with each other. Trusting heavily, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. And that's when you love to see teams like this come together over the course of the tournament, right? Because they're playing a lot more cohesively than the earlier games.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, the whiff by Remo.
Beautiful touch by Ingus. Frab going to push on it. Destiny with the 50, but it goes backwards. Colonel pushing in the left side. I'm doing your job by accident. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, what a touch. But Gingy never panicked. Just waited right there. And Frab with another demo. Oh, everybody misses in the corner. Looks like. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it?
Frab getting the 50.
Destiny was just baiting him in. Yep.
Ingus going to push, but Arrow's going to push right back in. Rima's going to try and get something here, but Frab might shut it down. No, instead he's going to go for the play. Destiny whiffs out.
Oh.
Just barely misses the opportunity, but if he can get that dunk, that would have been in.
And here we go. Check this out. Overtime in another game 3. Come on. This is awesome. Who needs these amazing mechanical highlights? And we've got this kind of just in the trenches, blood and guts warfare going on, right?
Beautiful save by Gingy there.
Oh, what a 50.
Oh, set up. Destiny getting a little greedy on that play, but Remo able to compensate off the open space that was left for them.
Oh, nice pass.
You see
over
Remo to
Destiny's.
pass to Destiny. And you can just see Destiny. Look at that. He just stays right in, ready to go right now, and Gingy just working off of them.
And for the crap I gave Aeropilot about his failed aerial attempt earlier, the touch he made and then the car control to land effectively on that, and then look with the backwards play, he's just showing off now.
I can tell
been
we're
grinding.
picking and choosing favorites.
He's been grinding.
I like him because he's old. He's playing really good though. Gingy off play to Destiny, and you got Colonel just just a little off, but Frab missing out and puts Arrow in a very awkward position, but luckily not very punished on it. It's on his favor. Frab going in the first man. And then English just ready to go right back in. You're going to see Arrow waiting everything out. That's what I mean. Every time you see Arrow like on offense, he's ready to go on that counterattack. And that's why he's so strong, because it just keeps way better offensive pressure.
Remo with
And
the clutch
I just
goal.
had to say something.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
And that's GG's, isn't it?
That is. Yes.
Man, what a series. An unfortunate miss from DEF CON, but what a great run from them.
And that is Grease Lightning
Yeah.
with the 2-1 win. Now here's the thing though. That wasn't that was not an elimination match.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what?
that was not an elimination match.
Was that uppers?
That was uppers.
Wow.
So Grease Lightning.
Okay,
with
so
2
we're
wins,
still
yeah.
in.
Yes.
Yeah, can I just mention Grease Lightning and DEF CON, probably my favorite chemistry of all teams so far.
Yeah.
I think they just have, they kind of have backstory if you think about it, but they also have there's a lot of camaraderie in their gameplay, and it
Right.
just shows. It's absolutely super close, and I really hope DEF CON makes it the run through the losers bracket and just right back to the very end.
Yeah. So here we go.
I
So-
want that as a grand final.
So that was Grease Lightning versus DEF CON. So that's where we are here. So
Mhm.
Grease Lightning now is on to the final, and
Mhm.
then now DEF CON is playing Platinum
Rocket
Fury.
Bros now, right?
No, Plat Fury. Plat Fury.
Right,
won
Rocket
the-
Bros is out.
Rocket Bros, and Orange Belts are out. So now it's DEF CON versus
Gotcha.
Plat Fury. Then the winner of that goes back to face Grease Lightning.
I mean, I still love the dynamic that Plat Fury has too, so it's just kind of hard to choose at this point. I'm
Right.
starting to realize how casters get the dilemmas of what's the team that I root for? It's
Well, see, as casters, we're supposed to be impartial, right? We don't root for any team. We root for all the teams. You know?
no. You make hero and villain arcs.
I was gonna say,
That's how it
unless
works.
you're Dazzrin and you always root for NRG, right? I mean, you
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
or you're
yeah.
Johnny Boy and you always root for EU.
Oh man.
Okay, so here we go. So now we're going. Let's see.
Or your teammates and you always root for the wrong team. I'm sorry, I'm just making fun of him on his tier list that everyone was giving him crap on. You remember that? He was on Twitter making tier
No.
lists of the most unlikely players to make it.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it looks like our teams are taking the pitch. So let's jump over and see how this goes. So now we've got Plat Fury. Whoops. Do we have? We don't have. Do we have? Okay, I guess we do. Nope.
I guess not.
Nope.
Okay, so we're gonna restart.
We are
restart.
going to restart. Yep.
Also, I want to mention, Admin, you've been doing a great job keeping the names on track, on point, getting all this set up super quick. So seriously, hats off to you, man. You've been kicking butt.
Thanks, bro.
I know you're in the background, but my guy, you're on it.
So we'll wait on the lobby to get set up. Let's come back to the studio shot here. So everybody in chat. First question is, whoops.
No, I didn't.
No, yeah.
Let me know when we're good.
Yeah. I thought I heard. Okay, maybe not. So Connor, just let us know when we're ready to join. But in chat, what do you guys think of the just the sheer goofiness and sort of what we've done here? Again, we've been jokingly calling this the Great Value RLCS for a reason. Oh, and Stop It's in chat saying Roger and Connor are awesome. We love them. Well, Thank you. Appreciate
He's
that.
almost too nice.
Yeah. Oh. But we just have fun doing this, and for me also it was figuring out the logistics of setting up the scenes and the transitions, and going from
We're not good to go, but I just hopped in earlier.
Yep, we're good. Uh, and going from gameplay to in studio and the whole bit.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot of fun. Uh,
Also, chat, how you feeling? How you feel about the casting? Are you happy with it? Are you mad at me for choosing people differently? What's going on? Am I your rival? I will accept it.
So it's funny because okay, yep, we're in.
Yep.
It's funny again because he was a dead guy, does professional wrestling, right?
Mhm.
And he's used to playing the heel, so he loves that role. And speaking of he was a dead guy, he is on the pitch now. So let's see how this goes. And I'm going to have fun watching now the two lowest ranked players on the pitch again. So that's going to be Dead Guy and Arrow Pilot. I want to see these two just go head to head and bloody knuckles against each other, man.
I don't think people realize like how brain game those two players are, though, man.
Right. Oh, Ben was going for a
Like,
crazy touch off the corner.
They would make for great coaches.
Arrow Pilot there playing that solid 3 roll. Send the ball deep back into the orange side. Colonel Angus dropping the ball straight down, but no one's there to clean it up.
Unfortunate touch from Zero. Wasn't able to get the pass over to Dead Guy there. Dead Guy kind of being pushed up a little bit too far, and it's going to punish them. You just see that, like, that passing play just put Bend Over in a very awkward spot, but Bend Over also, like, not realizing that because he's third man, can't go in for that. There's a bunch of open space that they just cleared it to, so take advantage of that open space, right?
Absolutely.
Like, be aware of that, ready to
Absolutely.
go. Yeah.
Well, and, that whole... The Blues scored the goal simply because everybody was doing the right thing at the right time. It wasn't, this brilliant play, and Frab with a really nice touch there.
Man.
And Arrow Pilot coming out on John with the goal demo. I love it. I love it. Oh no! Yep, there it is, right there. Arrow Pilot versus
Beautiful.
Dead Guy with the after play demo. That's what I like to see.
Bend Over. Taken into a solo play, gets a beautiful touch. Doesn't beat out 2, but it beats out 1.
Frab going to control on the wall.
Yeah, pushes into it.
Oh, nice second touch.
Zero's going to get that save, 100%, but
Yep.
that is such a clutch moment. I'm not too surprised about like how much pressure they're able to put on, though. I do think if we need, if Platinum needs anything to get through, it's all about their level of coordination with each other that's just going wrong right now.
Right. But I think that's just momentary. I mean, these
Yeah,
guys
yeah. I think they're just feeling it out. It's the
This
first
is-
game,
yeah,
so
and this
it's
is gonna
definitely
be-
just
I was
warming
going
up.
to say this is good. Yeah, this is going to be a game of back and forth pressure constantly. You're going to see
Yeah.
one team rally, the other team rally back. It's going to be going back and forth for sure.
100%.
Oh, Zero with a great bump to get Frab off that ball. Picks
See
up
Ben
100 boost.
forcing it off. Dead Guy stealing resources, getting a beautiful touch to Zero, and if that connects, like that's in. That
Yeah.
is insane.
Dead Guy pushes
What a
it back
great
to
play.
the corner. Frab with flip reset. Oh, look at the touch. Unfortunately, ran out of boost and couldn't do much else. Here we go. Now we can. Oh, let's see. Now can Frab Doomsy it up here and get the final? No, he's going to pass it out. Oh,
I think a drop down. I think Arrow was unfortunately cut off there, but it definitely, they're still keeping so much pressure on the opponents, and got to get out of that defense going on.
Yep. Frab with plenty of boost. What's he? Ben with an awkward touch into the corner. Dead Guy there for the 50 to send it back out. Colonel now going to take it back into the corner, sends in the mid.
See, just a
Zero's
bunch
there
of
to
counterattack
send it
play
back
going
out.
on.
Exactly. Uh-oh, unfortunate touch there, but Frab recovers, makes up for it. Full tank of boost. Uh-oh, one-on-one now. Frab and
Zero's
Zero.
awkward on that defense, but does not play. He absolutely got right back into it. Frab getting the pass back. Over taking the play on a 50-0.
And
Just
look at that
unfortunately
shot.
committed up too far on that. But like, how do you know? How do you know that's
Right.
happening in that moment?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you just get caught off guard at that time, because I think like he's expecting dead guy to push into it, and unfortunately just like pass through. What do you do as a third?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
just little moments of confusion, right? That's what I mean. Their coordination is just a little off right now with each other, but like, I want to see that come back. I want to see them able to coordinate off each other, be smart about it, keep comms up, because that's massive, right? Comms and vibes are massive, because if you can do that, your ability to have information around the field is immense. Like, it just works out.
And I just want to go back to this push across the goal that Zero just made. Completely suckered Aero Pilot in. That's not a touch that I would advise making under GC, but
If you can handle it, you can handle it. And Zero can absolutely handle it. I'm just saying.
100%.
I believe Zero was the one we saw do the flip reset, right?
No, it was Frab.
Was that Frab?
I think so.
The one where they controlled it and went to a flip reset? Was it Frab?
I think it was
That was
Frab.
Zero.
Oh, was
That
it
was
Zero?
Zero.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And look
yeah.
at this touch by Frab. Oh, trying to get the drop down.
Tournament admin fact checking the the casters.
And doing
Pilot
so while
backing
eating a
off.
lot of saltines. I'm bad.
Sorry, I can't hear you, caster, over the casting admin.
And DEFCON 1 with a Game 1 win.
Yeah, just a beautiful matchup. I do think, like I said, Platinum just needs to get a little bit coordinated on their comms, get the vibes down, like just start really trusting into each other and making sure that you have your stuff down. Play smart,
Right.
right? Just the little moments where they got scored on was all because of like just overcommits and like misunderstandings between each other. So what I like to say about comms is that if you can say exactly what you wish you wanted to know, right? Like if you could say as a teammate, like what you wish your teammate would say in the moments
Mm-hmm.
that you're playing,
Mm-hmm.
like be in their shoes, right?
Right.
If you can do that, you give them the world, because then everything that you would want to know, they know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about just making sure that everyone's fully aware. Like say, taking back right boost, right? Say taking back right, taking back left.
Right.
I got their corner boost, got their left corner, got their right corner,
Yep.
etc.
Yeah.
Right? Keep it short, keep it concise, and keep it like
Well, and that's
always be aware.
and right. It's about clarity, right?
Yep.
And that's something that when you don't play a lot, it's hard to develop. But
Yeah.
the more you play with people, you just know. And that's
100%.
that's the handicap that these teams are all playing with. So, oh, what a miss! Unfortunate.
What a crazy
and look
beat,
at
but
this-
Zero's just right on it, man.
But yeah, so what I was saying,
Crazy.
you know, with all these teams having just been formed 2 weeks ago by us, not themselves, you know, it's a fun format.
Yeah, it's just crazy that it ended up being this powerful.
Well, and that's thanks to the tournament admin, my son Connor, because he did his homework and put all these teams together. So
Very, very
hats
well
off
done.
to him for what he was able to do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks,
That's the
Dad.
first time he ever said that to me. Oh, wait, you mean you? Yeah, you're okay.
Been low on boost.
But-
Look at that
Aero.
shot by Aero Pilot.
Yeah, getting a little desperate on that commit, but definitely could have got the dunk going on.
Well, and that's the thing, right? He knows his team is going to be back.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he was going. He was all in.
Yeah. That's why I said, even though it's a risk to your individual play, it's safe because of your team.
Right.
And that's such a huge advantage.
Right. And look at that pass.
Beautiful pass from
What
Frab,
a
ready
pass.
to go. You see the beat out. You see that. Oh, Arrow could have gone for the bump there too. If that connects through, they could become a powerhouse in that.
That just the
absolute
soft
nightmare.
That soft control by Frab in that instance. Oh, we have a kickoff
Ooh,
miscommunication.
that looks like a technicality. What happened to Zero there? Oh, I think they just caught off guard. I think someone didn't realize they were supposed to go. I think it might have been Dead Guy.
No,
but I'm not sure.
No, I think that was Frab that was supposed to go.
Was it?
Or Zero, I mean.
I think because you had the teammate on the left always goes in that kind of kickoff, right?
It was an angled kickoff. Yeah.
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 I think Dead Guy just unfortunately froze up, and I think Zero froze up off of him freezing.
Well, and I think
it might have just been a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate, though.
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, I think it's a byproduct of Dead Guy's gig as a professional wrestler. I think he's taken too many chairs to the head. Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. You just wanted to say that eventually, didn't you? That was prepped in the background, wasn't it?
Nope. That was just what I thought of right now in this moment.
Okay, all right. Win improv mode. I got you. Respect. Good shit. Good stuff. Whoops. Dead Guy on the turn pops it up. Fortunately, couldn't get it, but Arrow right back into it. Gets an open space on the net, but just misses.
I think he ran out of boost.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Frab gets a touch in the corner, Dead right on it, but Frab not going to give it away.
Nope. And
Zero is going to play out the defense, but Frab, what a wonderful pass back.
Oh, and
Zero right back into it. Colonel not able to connect on it in time.
Oh, and nice pop by Zero. And Ingus got
cut off by Ingus. Yeah, just ready to go. Frab right out of corner, and this is just getting so intense. Ben right back onto it to Zero.
And Zero, nice pop over.
Zero missing the pass back opportunity. Woo! Dead Guy turn. No! So unfortunate.
Zero.
And then Zero. That's what I mean. Right there. Do you see how it's like you make those plays on their net, but it's fully defended.
Right.
So what you do in that moment is backboard's not defended. Send it to backboard and then go for the demo, because it's really hard for players who are not experienced to know that it's not in. Right? That's why in any capacity, if you're playing against Plats, no offense, if you're playing against Plats,
look at the patience by Frab. He faked out 2 players just with his patience. Right there. That was beautiful.
Yeah. So being calm under pressure, right? That's a huge one. But another one is, if it's defended, find a way to bait them out. Whether backboard's not defended, you need to push it to corner, etc. But do not put it next to them. Right? Make it juicy, but don't give possession away.
Right. Oh, and just quick admin. Looks like I left the party, so just send me a re-invite when this match is over.
You would just, all you gotta do is open up the friends tab once you go in, and it'll reconnect you.
Okay. Right. And Matt Waters in chat is asking, he had to go, who's winning? So right now, we are in a lower bracket game, DEFCON 1 versus Plat Fury. DEFCON 1 won the first
getting
game.
right back into it, depending.
Yep. And the loser of this game goes home. What a shot by Zero.
Plat Fury getting right back into it. Hopefully they can take that and use that momentum and just get right back in that match.
Nice 50 by Ben. Zero's going to try.
That guy able to play on it, but Zero unfortunately too pushed up. But Ben compensating on that defense, ready to go.
Nice.
You see Dead Guy on the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
grabbing all their resources. Ingus on the play. You can tell they're a little awkward on that defense, and they're just not going to grab any momentum anymore. Yeah, even prioritizing going back for boost and just really trying to reset, but just not enough time to do all of that.
And it looks like DEFCON 1 is moving on.
Oh, but we could still get something here. I still want this shot. Aw.
Nope. Ben's
Oh,
going to
you know what?
control
You gotta
it.
keep it up.
Ben's
Grab
going to
pad.
control it.
Oh no, I missed the pad. That's so unfortunate.
And it's
Zero
still
getting
up.
the touch. Bounce
And
off.
down.
Oh, why'd you gotta drop it?
Now we have DEFCON 1 moving on, and Plat Fury's run is unfortunately over. Oh my goodness. Hold on, see now you're currently not connected to Rocket League servers. Give me just 1 second here.
You should just be able to open. So
Yeah,
just
go to the friends tab.
you're still in the party for me, so it should be connected by that.
Yeah.
I can get you back in though if you want.
Okay. Well, let's see. It looks like I'm.
I don't know, but I'll kick you. There we go.
Ulti left the
Hold on.
party. Okay. Yep.
No, I got you.
Okay.
At least I think I do. Yeah, you're on Epic, right?
Yep.
There you go.
There we are. Boom. Okay. All right. So let's now go to the brackets.
How many matches do we have left?
So essentially now we've got. Hold on. Let me update this here. So yep, we had DEFCON 1 with the 2-0 sweep. So now we got DEFCON 1 versus Grease Lightning, and this is a best of 7. If Grease Lightning takes it, then they're the winner. But if DEFCON
Gotcha.
1 takes it, then we've got the bracket reset.
Bracket reset. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it best of 7 or best of 5?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is best of
Oh,
5.
it's best of 5. Best
Yeah,
of 5.
best of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the best of 5. So, I mean, first to 3 wins.
In the future, though, let's definitely turn this into a best of 7.
I don't know if I could do. I'm getting really hungry, so I don't know if I could take it that long.
Well, you can snack during. Just be like, Ulti, take over for.
So Grease Lightning versus DEFCON.
It's gonna be a heck of a match too.
Well,
I do think. Okay, so I have to wonder. Let's do the caster predictions here.
okay.
Who do you think is gonna take this?
Honestly,
Who are you rooting for?
I'm thinking DEFCON is going to take this match and send it to a bracket reset where Grease Lightning will take the win. And the reason for that is Grease Lightning has had a lot of sitting around time now, while DEFCON's been in the heat of it. Their team chemistry is still smoking right now.
Okay, well, I will let you know. I have a home advantage here because my last name is Greasebauer, and one of the nicknames that I had was Grease Lightning.
Okay, all right.
So, that being said, how dare you attack my boys like that?
Well, come on.
I
I've got to
will
go for.
absolutely put all of my guns into Grease Lightning, and don't you dare hate on what is it, Steve McQueen? I forget.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
hate on Grease Lightning.
But come on, I've got to go with the old guy at least to get the bracket reset, right?
I get it, but the dude can't even fly in game. He can fly outside of the
But
game.
he
and,
makes, but he
you know
makes
what, if
just
wants
the
to
right touches.
If he wants to fly over to my house and come talk to me face to face and then give me a ride somewhere.
He's going to fly over and drop water balloons on your house. Is what he's going to do now. Okay, that's.
Do you understand what that would actually do? Depending on the height, that's pretty bad.
right? Right.
Well, no, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Now that I think about the air resistance, and I'm thinking of the physics of it, but I do think you got Destiny, Genji, and Remo. Man,
Right.
it's such a powerhouse offense attack. And you have Arrow, Colonel, and Frab, which are very like midfield thwarting kind of plays, right? Frab
Right.
going for a lot of demos, Frab getting a lot of offense, but you got Genji and Remo with Destiny as such a strong third. I think Grease Lightning has more endurance in my opinion. Also, my last
Oh.
name. So
And
I should
look at that.
I don't want to talk about it. I think this is warm-ups.
I'm just going to sit here and revel
No,
in the
you go
fact that
ahead.
I
You
was
bask.
right.
You
No, no.
bask in your little thing over there, whatever that is.
I mean, you know, I was right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
At least,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I mean, hey, that was just the first goal, right? That was just the first goal. So let's
No,
not
it's
get
okay.
carried away. Let's not get carried away.
All right. No, you don't get carried away. I'm doing fine. I'm not worried. Remember what I said in the very beginning, and this is a huge advantage. What'd I say? If you're losing in the beginning,
Right?
what did I
Right?
say? What'd I say?
Well, true. But
Uh-huh.
we're well past that point now.
No, we're not. It's game 1.
No, but we're in the finals. We're in the
Yeah,
finals.
but it's still a different group.
No,
These two
guys
have not faced each other yet.
Have these two not?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Tournament admin, can you confirm or
I don't
deny?
believe they have.
You know what? They may not have.
These two played together in Game 5.
Okay, there you go.
So
Boom.
what you're saying is I'm right.
No, what we're saying is you're wrong.
No.
Bow to the
no,
wisdom of your elders.
Okay, all right. Look here, geriatric.
All right, let's get to the game. Look at Destiny. Look at this. Take control, but sort of a poor first touch. Colonel Ingus is now going to send it back in, where Genji's going to intercept. Oh, but Ingus with the block. Remo's going to send it over to Frab. He's going to stick it in the corner, but no boost. He can't really do much with it. Now Destiny's going to control. Colonel's there for the bounce back out to mid. Remo's going to put it in the corner, but he runs out of boost as well. Grabs corner. Frab's going to send it back in. And the open net.
Back to a open net, unfortunate, but I honestly think they might just be going easy at this point. My party was destroyed because of a connection error. Let me fix that.
Okay.
There we go. Cool, I'm back in.
All right.
All right.
So now we've got DEFCON with the early 2-0 lead. Still 3 minutes left, though. There's a long game to go, and you're sitting here with, Destiny and Remo and Genji all on the other side of the pitch. So, trust me,
Destiny's
it's far
getting a
from
little
being
caught off
over.
guard. Yeah, 100%. I do think.
Oh, that was almost a sweet dish to Colonel. Aero pilot. Oh, what a 50. Nice. What a
Unfortunate
play.
moments. I'm not sure what's happening on the defense here, but you can tell that they're really struggling to get anything going on. I think Genji was supposed to get that touch, and I think Destiny was like fully banking on that.
Yeah.
Or Destiny
Yeah.
was fully banking on that, and just unfortunately did not click and caught off guard on defense.
Aero pilot with a convincing kickoff win. And a shot.
Up. Oh, you can see so much midfield play from. Yeah, this is what I meant. This is
Yeah.
why I said, like, it's good to have defense on lock, right?
Right.
But if you give a bunch of space to a midfield team,
Right. Yes.
that's a big problem. You got to start cutting off midfield. You got to start like making sure that they don't even get a chance on your net. So start defending that center lane.
Yeah.
You see those dashes on the field? That is the center lane. If you
Right.
can defend that, you're chilling. But if you're inside of it and you're awkward and just like really like in defense, the ball has to go into that lane to be scored. And so if you can defend the lane, you're way better off. But right now there's too much space not defending the lane.
Well, and I'm wondering now because, to be honest, Grease Lightning doesn't look like the same team that just played this last.
That's
game,
what I
right?
mean. Yeah,
And
it
I
looks
think,
like a lot of.
Well, I think there's a lot of trying too hard, trying to do too much.
Yeah.
At this point, and
you got to get your breathing room.
right.
Yeah, 100%. You got to remember, this is the whole thing. It's all about being calm under pressure.
Right.
Right?
Oh, and we have a rule 1. Oh, broken up by Destiny. Oh, and Frap puts it in.
And so it's like, if you look at this, you see the play go out to the corner. We see Frab go right back in. And you got Genji and Remo and Destiny all like right next to each other. But
Yeah.
Destiny and Remo kind of serving the same purpose and not really doing a job, right?
Well, Destiny was in a rule 1 at that point. So
Yeah, Destiny was in a rule 1. I think
Yeah.
Remo, though, was like caught off guard with the rotational
I think so. Yeah.
path. This is very awkward. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Genji right back into
Oh,
it.
Genji, what a shot!
Beautiful
What
shot.
a shot! There's no saving that one.
Yeah, they're not out of this yet. They're not out of this yet.
Oh no.
And by that I mean Green Lightning for life.
Oh, and we've got Colonel Lingus saying he's just setting up
Setting it up.
Brazil. Well, he didn't specify Brazil, but we all know what he means. Oh, poor touch from Frab, but he collects. Remo comes in. Oh, nice bump by Remo to clear Aero Pilot out of the way. Oh, and what a fake
Beautiful
by the
touch
Colonel.
by Colonel. Yeah. Beautiful fake out. Hold on. Yeah, Yeah, I just honestly think Destiny's getting put into third man position a little too quickly now. So I think something's happening where like first and second just are not getting the touches that they need on the ball, or they're getting a little bit desperate, rushing themselves.
Yeah.
And that might be like coming back to what you were saying earlier, just really like getting into panic mode because like there's you feel there a lot of pressure here.
Right. Well, and again, I think they were doing so much earlier and gelling completely, and now they were trying to go extra hard. I think knowing it is the finals, and trying to play outside themselves, which really typically doesn't work.
Yeah.
Look at this pass! Oh, what a
beautiful shot, Destiny.
That
so
angle.
What were you saying, Dad? Huh? What was that about?
Yeah.
Something I mean, about
there's 52 seconds left, 4 goals.
Okay, well. No. Don't you trash talk my team.
There's no trash talking.
Uh-huh. Just because you're stating the obvious doesn't mean it isn't mean.
Oh, bumps and whiffs galore here. And that's what makes this so much more better.
What a bump. That's
than
unfortunate.
RLCS, see?
Destiny
nice
on the setup.
Mid.
You got
Dingy
on the play to set up, but you got Frab like ready to go on everything, man.
Yeah.
I think one thing that's happening is that Remo's like forcing himself to be third man out of nowhere. And I think because of that, he's not really functioning as a second man as much as he could in certain moments. And so like it's catching him off guard.
Gotcha.
And so I think it's also catching Destiny off guard because like when Remo can go, he's just not having faith in himself.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily a distrust factor. I don't think it's that. I think it's literally just the idea that like he's nervous.
Yeah. Well, and there is, that whole aspect of when you function more as sort of a passive third and you're not really active in the plays, right?
Yeah.
You completely get out of the flow of the game.
It just depends, right? Like it depends on like you always serve a purpose, right? But the idea is like I said, if your team has offense and there's no real chance for it to go back, you gotta play up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think that's what's happening here. I think what's happening is the first man and second man are rushing their attacks and plays and just not able to really connect into anything,
Right.
Like they're rushing themselves so much that it puts third man off guard because no one expects first man, second man to be out of the play so soon.
Yeah.
And Colonel said W.
Oh yeah, it's a best of 5, by the way. Correct.
Okay, get out. There you go. Are they getting in? Where are they at?
They
coming in?
They should be. Are we coming? We're going. We're coming? We're going? Huh? Are we staying? What are we doing?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Am I too old? Well,
that's considerably younger than. I mean, I got the reference. I don't know how.
Okay. All right. That's like yeah.
So Aeropilot and I both got that reference. I don't think anybody else did.
Nope. I love that bird so much. The dumbest thing, but it's great.
Looks like we have to leave.
Okay. All right. Admin, you just let us know.
So that was game 1 of the best of 5. And remember, if here, let's go back real quick to the. So if DEF CON takes this, then it goes to the bracket reset. So, this could be a lot of fun. This could be a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh. Okay, we can get in now. So here we go now, the game 2 of the best of 5 with DEF CON 1 having a 1-game advantage. They're shooting for the bracket reset because if Grease Lightning wins this match, wins this series, then they are the champions, they get all the fame and glory and riches that come along with that title as well. So, you know, a lot to play for here.
Question for you.
Yes.
Since we're streaming this on YouTube and it's all just like a little fun thing, do you have a thing against copyrighted music, or are you chilling?
I mean, I guess I don't understand.
So I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
But are you good with copyrighted music or no? It won't mute anything. It's just like, are you monetizing
Oh
this,
no,
or
I'm
is it
not
just
monetizing.
chilling?
Yeah, I'm not monetizing.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So you're chilling. You're chilling. Okay, cool.
For sure.
Cool. Cannot wait.
Okay, all right.
I'm only doing it if Grease Lightning wins.
Oh. Okay, I know where you're going.
No, you don't.
I'm guessing it's from a movie that no one else, you know, younger than me.
It's not. Actually, no. I was gonna go with something way less relevant than the actual
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
direct quote song.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was not thinking about that. Dun, 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 dun. I know what you're talking about.
All right, so let's see what we got going on here. So we've got DEFCON 1 and Grease Lightning sort of playing the back and forth game at this point. No one's taken firm control. Gingy going up, Frab's up high. Oh, had the double commit. Luckily, there's the whiff, and Frab's able to control a full tank of boost in the corner. Flip reset, nope. Aero Pilots keeps it in the blue side. The whiff there. Colonel miss. Oh, and the shot on goal, but Frab's there.
This is way tighter.
It is.
I'm liking
for sure,
this.
for sure. Nice bump, but Gingy's there to follow it up. Colonel's going to control in the corner, then leaves.
You can tell they're switching up roles, and I'm not sure why Remo decides to be third man, but in my honest opinion, Destiny is not really that strong of a second man in comparison to being first and third.
Yeah.
I think Destiny does a lot better on coverage work, and I think Remo does way better as a second man. So they just complement each other way better if they get that dynamic down, but they're just not doing that right now. And so you can see their offense struggling because Remo's just kind of forcing himself to come into the play really late, and then it like stops the development of his team. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So like just that large gap, not really clicking into anything. So if they're gonna win this, they gotta get Destiny on that third man position, in my opinion. Like that, like what they're doing there, and then like Destiny goes to first man, and now it makes sense, right? Like it works, because then Destiny's gonna get out, he's gonna become third, and he's ready to go. He just comes right back in, waits it out.
Oh, what a pass. Frab misses on the crossbar, though.
Yeah.
Destiny with a pinch. Sends it in deep where Gingy's going to wait for it. He's
Gingy's
going
gonna go
bump.
for the bump
Yeah, he
play.
was. Unfortunately, he missed, and it kind of sent him completely out of the play, and he's going to struggle to get back to rotate, but he is back. Aero Pilot trolling midfield. Not much boost to speak of, but he's there. Destiny's going to send it deep into the corner.
See, Destiny's doing a lot more work to try and get everything out again. Once again, just trying to find the holes in the defense and just sending the ball where the opponents cannot handle it.
Frab's there to control, but Gingy's just going to pick it off his car. Destiny's
You
going to
see what I mean? Beautiful touch.
Yep.
Gingy right back into it. Destiny gonna turn, take off that space.
Grease Lightning looks a lot more organized in this game than they did last game, though. I will say that.
I'm sorry. That wasn't the song.
What a 50. Because that was going to be a banger on net.
Oh, no, such an unfortunate whiff. Gingy right on it, though. Destiny going to take it out. Bang it. Bang it. Beautiful touch.
Destiny sends it in. We're just going to drop down. Nope. Frab clears back out to the left side. Destiny sitting there to wait.
Destiny going to wait it out. Let Gingy take over and just kind of... That's what I mean. Destiny's kind of like forcing himself to play third a little bit more, and it's working out a little bit better on the defensive handle. Gee, with a perfect 50 by Destiny ready to go.
Yeah. Arrow sends it across. Oh, we got the
and
demo
now Remo's
on Destiny.
very caught off guard.
Oh, and look at that.
And
Frab.
it's enough.
Frab got
What
the
a
demo and the
crazy
bump
escort.
in the net. That was incredible.
Brad playing the escort play. All you got to do in that moment is just play in the path of the ball, and you don't even have to look for anyone. You just move towards them.
Yep.
then.
Frab is a man after my own heart. I'm just going to say that. Which, by the way, you know, Ulti, I understand you're rather disappointed in my oh, what a save! Rather disappointed in my decision to chase demos rather than.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just really disappointed.
Right. But there's a lot of freedom in recognizing and accepting the fact that your skill level will only get you so far. And so you have fun in other ways.
That's fair. However, I don't want to even try to fight that. You just live in your own world at that point, Chief.
Right. So in chat here, we've got, looks like Lucanus asking what rank are these guys. So we put these teams together based on sort of average MMR. So we've got some guys who are GC, some guys are GC2. We've got a plat in here, then some high diamonds and some champs. And what we did, we tried to weight the teams so that they all had a roughly equal skill balance. So that's how we sort of put this together. So, unlike your standard Rocket League tournaments where you come in as a team, or where you sign up for the nightly tournaments where you're all grouped based on skill level on MMR, you're going to have a spread on these teams. Again, on one of these teams here, we're looking at, I think we said, Frab's the GC2 all the way down to Aero Pilot, who's a high plat. So, or actually, he may be Diamond 1. I can't remember now if he's ranked up. But so that's your sort of spread across the skill level in these tournaments. And we've got. Yep. All right, so now we've got Ingus who has 0 boost, trying to get back. Frab's back in deep. And the whiff there by Frab. That's unfortunate. He had an open net.
Beautiful touch. Unfortunately, connecting to the wrong people, but it definitely was a great touch that could have been played on.
No. And Aero Pilot had ball cam on, just rammed Colonel Ingus out of the way. Luckily, Frab was there to pick up the shot and didn't give Destiny a chance to send it in.
Gingy right back on it. Gets bumped by Frab.
Bump by Frab. Frab is all out going hardcore bump demo game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? It's like the idea of demos is it seems cheap, right? But it's not. The idea is that like it takes skill to get a good demo.
Right.
And it takes really good skill. Well, actually, it takes skill to avoid the demo too, right?
Absolutely.
I would actually argue that demos are easier to avoid than it is for them to be executed properly.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely, totally agree with that.
Yeah.
As somebody who's been chasing 10,000 demos recently and focusing solely on that, I will 100% agree with that.
Yeah, you concern me.
Once people realize that you're on the demo game, it's easy for them to get out of the way. So yeah. Aeropilot keeping the ball in the corner, and Frab comes in. Aeropilot rushing back without boost, going to try to pick up some pads. Colonel sends it in deep into the blue corner where it takes an unfortunate bounce back out. Aeropilot misses. Destiny's there, but Frab's there to pick it up, save the open net.
Gingy on the beat, beautiful play. Set up right back into it. Going down, Destiny taking the turn.
Nice catch. Oh,
Yeah, really good catch.
that first touch is a little bit too
Gingy
heavy,
right back
though.
on it. Remo
Here
with
we
the
go.
whiff. That's so unfortunate.
Frab
Okay,
with-
I don't want them to get down from this. I do think they're right back on it. Like, they need to just ignore this moment and just move on.
Oh, absolutely.
Whiffs happen.
They've
right?
been much more cohesive in this
Yeah,
game.
it is so much better. They have nothing on us yet. On them. And us.
So here's what I think is going
Grease lighting. Go grease lighting.
I think they're playing for the content, right? They're playing for the bracket reset. That's what's going on.
You think so?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're doing
They're
it.
making my life a little bit more difficult, aren't they? Because I have a 2-hour drive after this, which only gives me 1 hour leeway.
Oh, Frab with the big whiff. Destiny controls. Oh, and Gingy with the little side dodge. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on there. Okay, is Frab going to get the Doomsy? Nope, Destiny's there to send it out. 1v1. Oh, and
Beautiful
what
beat
a
on
fake.
the fake. What a
What
beautiful
a
fake.
That was textbook right there. I mean, and not only did he fake him, but he did the little half jump to meet the ball midway so that he knew he would win that 50. That was beautifully done. Genji with the demo on Frab.
Oh, that turn on post was so terrifying.
It was. Remo sends it out, but Colonel's going to turn around, try to keep it in control. Makes the awkward touches.
Destiny's going to play out the control play to a shot and gets right back in it. Gate night in, go gate night in. Every time they score, that's a new thing. And I'm so sorry for every 19-year-old watching this right now. If even that, like 20, 22 and younger. Sorry. 23 maybe.
Oh, now, Frab made it back. Okay, I thought.
Oh yeah, he's just keeping control of the back pass.
Yeah, I thought DEF CON was all pushed up too far, but.
Nah, he's chilling. Or they're chilling.
Ginger's gonna pass it down to Destiny. Oh.
To no one. Play.
And the demo Colonel
Destiny
takes
on the
out
touch.
Remo.
Beautiful pass to Gingy. Wasn't able to capitalize on it, but Remo getting greedy as that third man again, and that's gonna punish him. I'm telling you, that third man play, right? The second man getting out of the play, completely can't do anything. The third man can't do anything at that point. Third man gotta wait things out.
Yep.
You just gotta be patient. That's the calm under pressure factor, you know?
100%. All right, Remo and Colonel, fairly neutral kickoff, up to Gingy waiting on the wall. Goes, grabs corner boost, back flips it back in, where Frab's waiting for it. Now it's a one-on-one.
Remo with a perfect position.
That was
great
a fantastic challenge.
Yeah. Remo's going to play on it.
Remo's going to clear, but Frab's right there to intercept. Nice touch off the backboard.
That's a little caught off
there.
guard on defense, but it's not too bad. Definitely taking the play into his own hands. Good passing
Cross
play.
court to Remo.
Unfortunately, was not making the pass back, but it's all good. Gingy setting up on the pad. Beautiful potential for a 50 there. Just doesn't get it past Frab, but Destiny getting it past too. Gingy unable to go for the demo because English just got right up there.
Ball's at midfield, tied at 2, 22 seconds left.
Destiny with
going
the
for
double touch.
That was a fantastic
so close.
opportunity.
A little risky here on the offense side of things with Grease Lightning. They're getting a little bit too loose.
Look at that
for their
50
attacks.
by Frab.
I would say that right now, DEF CON has a lot more coordination going on, a lot more patience, and just willingness to like do whatever it takes without actually getting greedy on things, you know?
Yeah.
They're playing a lot more of the passive game. You can thank Arrow for that because his whole thing is staying behind mid-line, ready for the counterattack.
Right. Frab grabs corner boost, goes up off the wall where Destiny's waiting for it, sends it back down to the orange side. Colonel's going to collect in the corner, grabbing the corner boost. Remo's up, but just misses, and Colonel sets up a beautiful ball. Destiny with the flick over, but Frab's right there to send it back deep. Remo with a clutch save on the goal line. Aero Pilot sends it in. We have a lot of bunching up in the corner by Grease Lightning, unfortunately. They get away with it though, and they clear it back down the DEF CON side of the field. Beautiful touch by Destiny, but Frab
so
was
close
right
on the
there.
double. So close. Gingy just gonna bang it out. See Frab and Arrow kind of caught off guard. Arrow, a bit of a panic touch there. Wasn't able to be capitalized on by Destiny though. Kind of put that, like Destiny put himself a little bit in defense there.
What
Unfortunately.
a save. And Remo got credit for that save. That was nicely done because I thought for sure that was dropping in. Remo's going to send it back in. Grab to the corner.
Yep, you can see exactly what I'm saying though. You remember what I said? Do not send it to a defended net, right? Like don't give them possession. That's what's happening right now. Like, just little moments why
Gingy's
Grease
going in for the
Lighting's
bump on
not-
Frab. Oh,
not getting their offense potential.
Frab's
What
out of
demo
the play.
plays?
Can they capitalize? Oh, no.
Destiny tries to do something. Remo right back on it. Gingy can't do anything. Destiny going to play on corner. Gingy
Frab
turn.
grabbed the corner
Beautiful.
boost.
Set up off the center. You see Destiny going for the demos. Couldn't quite click into Frab, though.
Good challenge by Remo to take the ball off Frab's car.
Destiny pushing
There
up
it
with
is,
Gingy.
right
Gingy
there.
gets the shot. And there we go.
Now we have Grease Lightning with 1 win. DEFCON with 2.
I'm going to make you sing it if they win. I think that's the go-to.
Okay, all right.
All right. Thank you for having me, man. This has been an absolute blast.
It has been a pleasure, Ulti. Seriously, I mean, having a coach's viewpoint on everything that's going on adds so much to the broadcast. So,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really great having you here. And again, for those of you joining in on stream, this is Coach Ulti. You may have seen him on Seabell's videos where he was trying to get to SSL in 30 days. And the winning team of this tournament, each member of that team wins a 1-hour session with Coach Ulti. So that's what they're playing for. And we don't do this every time. Since these are just free tournaments. We put them on for fun. But again, since I'm an old man in an established career, sometimes I can, you're a
little generous.
I can do stuff like this. Yeah. Thank you, Jack-O-Lantern. I appreciate the feedback. Sometimes it helps to be, just goofy and
better than pro.
I'm gonna send that as part of my highlight reel. Oh, and look at this Remo with an early goal. Send that for my audition tape for RLCS. I've got
Unfortunately,
fan
catching the
support.
third man off guard there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready for that beat.
Oh no, yeah, that was just a quick one hitter.
Unfortunate
Right?
kickoff goal, yeah.
All right, Gingy's going to control off the corner. Nice touch to keep it in. Aero Pilot, nice clear out past
Destiny
Destiny.
gonna
Oh,
play
what
that
a
space.
catch.
Just wasn't able to play it off Frab, though.
Yep.
Got a little greedy with the space, though.
Oh, almost, but Colonel just misses. Gingy controls in the corner, low on boost.
Beautiful touch from
And-
Gingy.
oh,
Frab right back into it.
almost.
Remo just, like, how do you read that? That's a crossbar down.
Right.
That's just such an unfortunate moment. Like, Frab making the perfect touch on that play, and Remo just being caught off guard under the. Oh, no! Destiny almost saved it.
He did, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Really unfortunate
Gingy's going to
moment there.
collect in the corner. Aero Pilot's going up with no boost, and I'm not sure why. And look at the
I'm not sure,
double
but
tap
Frab's
by
right back in it,
Frab.
and Destiny is just all but confused.
Let's see what happened here. So, oh, he was going up. Yeah,
Yeah.
He did the best he could. I mean, there was just Frab could have, because of Frab's setup on that double tap, he could have taken it wherever he wanted, really.
Yeah, that's why those moments, you can't really find yourself under the play and inside
Yeah.
the net. You got to be on back post, ready to go on that angle, because it's
Right.
really hard for them to change from
And
a
the
straight
open
line.
net equalizer.
And the open net, beautiful. Right back into it.
Not sure
So-
what happened.
So what
with-
was that,
with
Dad?
DEFCON.
Huh? Something about...
I'm not sure what happened with DEFCON there. Oh, I think, okay, so yeah, we had, 1 and 2 both pushed up really deep, and third just whiffed.
Yep, exactly.
Aero
But that's
Pilot-
what I mean, right? It's like, I really mean it when I say, like, when a team is losing in the beginning, it is so much easier to win at the end.
Yeah. Great challenge by Destiny to knock Frab off the ball and get the ball deep into the corner. Aero Pilot's going to clear over to Colonel Lingus. Then crossfield to Frab, who's going to maintain air control. He's running low on boost.
Beautiful touch from Frab there. Destiny going for a great 50 idea. Beats it out. Gingy just wasn't able to connect on it, but Remo playing that passive game, and that's what we want. You see what I
Right,
mean?
Right?
That's what we want. That passive gameplay. He didn't go in for it. He didn't
Right.
get punished for
He
it.
didn't get suckered into saying, I need to clear that. Yeah.
Right. And so, like,
Yeah.
it's more likely for the opponents to be more desperate on offensive potential when one defender's back. And
Right,
so
right.
usually those throwaways happen, and it's like not that big of a deal. That's what I said, like, Torment does, right? Torment literally waits stuff out
Oh, yeah.
all the time. Oh, Destiny losing a little bit of composure there. I don't think he got the flick that he wanted, though.
So I just got a message from Colonel Flustered, my eldest son, who said that he would be willing to come in and do some casting. Connor, we've not heard you in here doing any casting, so why don't you drop in and say hi and take in some of the booth duties.
Go for it. I'll be
For
here.
sure.
I'll be cheering you on in the background.
Sounds good. Well, I gotta say, watching these matches from the background has been really interesting. It's been fun to watch when I can, my duties, you know, they stop for a sec about, you know, just a couple of seconds before kickoff. So I get to watch every game pretty much in full, with no distractions.
Well, and let me.
But
let
one
me
thing I've noticed,
I was going to say, let me ask you this. Since you know a lot of these other players that we don't, obviously, you know, Frab and Zero and all these guys, what's been your assessment of their gameplay compared to how they usually play when you're playing with them?
I will say, Frab pretty much always plays like this. Like, this like sort of highlight reel or nothing gameplay.
Yeah, peak.
That's just
Absolutely.
how Frab plays.
Super flow state.
Oh yeah.
What about
and he's a very momentum-based player. If his mechanics feel good, it's pretty hard to find somebody who can outclass him at a 1v1 basis. And actually, his 1v1 game, I believe he is Grand Champ 1 or 2 in 1v1.
Wow.
He grinds that game mode just because his mechanics are at a place where he can do that, you know.
So are bumps
yeah,
and demos a normal part of his gameplay?
Oh yeah, especially when Zero's on the field. He
Okay.
and Zero have a bit of friendly competition, and actually everybody in that friend group does. You talk about Isolated and Javier and Zero and Frab. Those four guys, you know, when
What
they're
a-
on opposite
And
teams.
speaking of Frab, what a beautiful touch. Watch this first touch. Perfect pop to the follow. Just well placed. That was incredible.
Yeah, when those four are on opposite teams, they kind of hate each other. The competitive edge is strong with those four. So this played out very similarly to how I expected, as far as their play styles go. I will say somebody
What
who
a
I think has
beautiful
really stepped
shot.
up is Destiny.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I've played with him twice, and he's always been solid. But the way that he has been able to mobilize his team and to create something out of nothing is really impressive.
I do want to mention, like, I know we haven't really talked about him that much, but Remo
Yeah.
has actually also improved, in my opinion. I think Remo, like, became very conscientious of, like, how to play third more effectively. And, like,
Yeah, you have to wonder how
when-
much of that is the comms. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%.
But
Just
yeah,
keeping that
he's-
communication down and the teamwork, right?
Right.
absolutely. And you wonder what they talk about, because this is something that we don't get to hear, is what they're talking about between games.
Right.
And, you know, knowing that Destiny is that sort of, as a person, he's very laid back and he's very chill. I wonder what kind of feedback he's giving his team, what they're talking about in order to mobilize these lower ranked players to play the way that they're playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's, as a lower ranked player, right? I mean, I will say there's something freeing about when you know your spot and you completely trust your higher ranked teammates to do what they need to do, whether that's rotate properly so you can dive in when it's your turn to take that spot, or, you know, to cover the shots, or to just take the bangers after you've driven it deep into the corner.
Ooh, that's close.
You know, there's a great deal of freedom when you have that trust in your teammates as a younger ranked player. Because again, in the lobbies that I typically play in, oh, what a shot by Frab, but Destiny there for the clear. But, you know, as somebody who plays in those lower ranked lobbies, you never know what you're going to get, and so it makes it really hard to play.
Destiny on the control touch. Looking to get it past Aeropilot, who says no way.
What? Did you see that
Gingy
move?
right in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Couldn't get it though. Unfortunate. Mimo right back in.
Aeropilot.
Colonel Ingus
He's
and
into
Net
it.
gonna have to be careful here. Oh,
And
the
Destiny
dunk.
with a beautiful shot. You know what that means, boys? That's 2 games each. We're going
What,
to a
you mean
tiebreaker.
gamer boys?
We're going to Champions Field, baby.
You mean gamer boys, right?
No, I do not.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
boys, B-O-Y-S. That's what.
Well, that's offensive and rude.
Hello, Melissa. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you dropping in again. So we are going for a tiebreaker, and we could go to the bracket reset. It just all depends on if DEF CON's able to pull out this Game 5 win.
Beep, beep. Let's get it.
Now, what will be interesting here, if Grease Lightning wins, this means that they will have pulled off an undefeated stretch of gameplay all the way into the finals and then
Oh, wow.
pulled off a reverse sweep.
Yeah, that's just a crazy story, isn't it?
What a
But also,
storyline.
if Grease Lightning wins, my last name. And if Grease Lightning wins, I get a computer quicker.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's gonna. Coach Ulti's gonna go pick up his new computer after we're done here with all of our caster duties.
With a 2-hour drive and 1 hour to close. So if we go any longer,
Well, and if you do need to, you can drop out at any point in time.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We won't be mad, just disappointed.
Right.
Don't you dare use my line against me. And also, it's not we won't be mad, just disappointed. That's a cliche. I said I'm not disappointed, I'm just really disappointed.
Oh,
Gingy on the turn.
Gingy
look at the
didn't
pass
keep
of his
control
teammate.
though,
Yeah.
just pass it away. So
It's all right.
unfortunate.
Destiny's up.
oh, with a
Colonel and
great
Net.
setup. Oh, and Frab kicks
This
it
is
off
a
the
this is
corner.
very much anyone's game.
Oh, 100%. Oh, it's
Definitely.
wonderful.
I-
Oh, Destiny had that one in his sights. He was.
Beautiful demo from Destiny. I don't think people realize that just bought everything for them. That's huge. That forced Colonel to be so off guard as third man, and it just all that pressure
that.
right back
Look
in.
at that.
What a beautiful moment. Good job, Destiny. Wow.
Destiny's starting to light it up a little bit. If
Yeah, 100%.
if DEF CON's gonna have a chance at a bracket reset, they're really gonna need to rally the troops here. They've got
Yeah.
time, but it's not forever.
And that's what I mean, right? It's like one thing about having younger players, and I don't know how Frab is, right? But depending, sometimes they can get really caught up in themselves and emotions because they're like, it's this thought process of like, oh, I know what it's like to be in a losing atmosphere, and this
another
is it.
shot
This is
by
where I'm at.
Destiny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and here's
Yeah,
the thing
it-
too. I think if Frab were to go on a demo spree, take Destiny out,
Yeah.
then that I think leaves Grease Lightning with a much stronger team still on the field, right? If Frab's busy
Yeah.
doing demos,
Right.
then that leaves
Because it's yeah.
Aeropilot, right? And so I think
It's gotta
Grease
be more
Lightning's
of a
second two are
connected
stronger
effort.
than
Yeah.
DEF CON's second two. So not to
100%.
say that they're bad. I'm just saying I just think that's how the balance lies.
I do think Arrow, being as wise as he is, though, definitely competes same. I think Colonel. I think they're all really good. That's the thing. I just think like, in terms of chemistry, I would say, like, the play style that you have from DEF CON is super aggro, but not very defense heavy, right?
Right.
It's usually super midfield play. Well, here's the thing. Because you have Grease Lightning being so defensively capable, they're not really afraid of midfield play if they catch it off, and they have.
Right. And we talked about something else I forgot to mention. I can't believe I forgot to mention this too. But we were talking about sort of the types of players in this tournament, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I know we've mentioned Aeropilot, who is an old guy like me and is an actual pilot.
Right.
Well,
You've said, yeah. I cannot mention how many times you've said,
well, and here's
said
the
that he's a pilot.
well, and here's the thing too. So Colonel Ingus is a freaking architect.
Oh shoot. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. So now he's not.
So what
nearly
you're
as old
saying
as
is he
us.
has angles down, but he doesn't have the engineering down, and so he always has to redraft. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's also a really bad joke.
You know, as a fellow colonel, I'm not sure I appreciate the jokes you're throwing at my man's.
I don't care.
Colonel's a good friend of mine. He and I met Christmas of 2020. We were playing online and ran into each other in casual games and had instant synergy, probably because of our names being the same.
Yeah,
you know,
okay, but you're like the
military
kernel
man.
of the popcorn, like the kernel in the teeth, I guess.
I'm the tasty one, you know.
Yeah, but you also get stuck in my teeth.
Well, I'm also annoying to play against.
Sure.
That is true. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Moving on.
Everybody stay tuned for the ulti Colonel Flustered 1v1. No, I'm
Don't
just
you
kidding.
You're definitely gonna be flustered.
You're definitely gonna have stuff in your teeth, I think.
Anyway, moving on. Destiny with the play. Remo ready to go off the corner, right back into it. Gingy unfortunately missing out, but
And
doesn't really
Grease
matter that
Lightning,
much. The corner's
42
playing
seconds
out.
away from the championship,
Yeah, baby.
from holding the title of the Gaming Boys, sorry, the GBS server. What patience by Gingy, having 0 boost, controlling that ball, knowing Frab was bearing down on him.
Remo with the control. Oh, he's flipped past the ball. Aeropilot's going for a midfield touch here. Letting Frab take over. Colonel there for the shot. Oh. And that is it.
That's the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Grease Lightning pulled out the win for the championship. Let's go to the bracket. And here we go.
Oh, it feels so good. Man, Grease Lightning, well done.
Look at
Good
this,
stuff,
Grease Lightning
guys.
with the win. That was an amazing. Show, guys. And I think, Connor, we're going to try to get some post-game interviews with the winning team.
Yeah, let me see if I can track him down. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
So, let me just say, congratulations, Coach Ulti. Your boys did it, and they
thank
pulled
you.
out the win, which means
I get to go get my computer.
Oh,
But also, they get the team session, which is super cool.
right, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like just really, really cool that it ended up being them.
Yeah,
That was super fun.
yeah. So
Honestly, both of them would have been great. I feel like it would have been really fun to meet Arrow as well.
oh yeah, super
Yeah.
cool guy. So, and he's also a very skilled guitarist as well.
Ah,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think. Well, I also have like a fascination in aviation, so it's like that's kind of my thing. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that's
Gotcha.
what.
Yeah,
But
he's-
Frab also being nuts. Just all of them, dude. Colonel Ingus also insane. Just really good. That's what I meant. Like Colonel Ingus just friggin'. If you don't talk about him,
Right,
he's transparent. He's really good.
right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think Connor's getting everyone in this channel. So if you need to go, you're more than welcome to go. But again, Ulti, can't tell you how much I appreciate having you in the booth, lending a legitimate coach's insight to what's happening on the pitch. It just adds such a much deeper perspective on what we watch. It makes things so entertaining. So thank you again for joining us, man. And
Absolutely.
I know.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I know the guys on the team are going to be excited about getting their coaching session as well. So
Yeah. Hopefully that gave them a little bit of an idea of what to expect.
Right. Right.
Yeah. That was super fun.
Very
All right.
good.
All right, guys. I'm going to head out. I will see you later. Thank you so much for having me. And I can't wait for the next one.
You bet. Take care.
Later.
Hey, man.
All right. So, Connor, do we have everyone in the?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
The roles aren't showing up for them, so I just
Oh,
invite.
gotcha. So that was. I think that's been our best tournament yet.
Oh yeah, definitely. The level of competition was just through the roof compared to what we're used to seeing, and the entertainment value that Ulti brought to the table with his commentary, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So it looks like the players are saying that it's not working, so they're not getting pulled in.
Well, let's see. What if do we want to? I'll tell you what. Let's just go to.
Want to go to their channel, Tournament 4?
Yeah, we can just go to tournament 4. Then I'll reset my scene. I think in OBS, or maybe we'll just go just audio only. We'll see.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. See you there.
All right.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. A lot better now.
So, let's see. And yeah, so you guys did a phenomenal job at pulling off a tremendous tournament run.
How are you guys feeling after the threat of a bracket reset?
It was, I mean, we just stayed calm, basically, talked through it, tried to not mess up.
No, fantastic work from all of you. And I want to hear, so Remo, I'd like to hear from you, sir. So you being the lowest rank on your team, how did you find yourself, filling a role? How did you find that spot on the field where you were always in the right place for that challenge?
Really, I was relying on the teammates heavy, and if I could fill in somewhere, then that's where I felt I needed to be.
Great.
Well, and so it seemed like as the tournament, so the first game, or the first couple of games really in that final, you guys seem to be really not playing well as a team, but things took then a complete turnaround. Was there something you guys specifically focused on in the breaks, or was it just a matter of sort of getting your heads back in it?
Getting our heads back into.
Great. Well, we got one more thing for y'all. How does it feel knowing you just won an hour each coaching session with Ulti?
Great.
Feels nice.
Sounds like fun.
I could
to me.
use it.
Same.
Well, and I will tell you guys this: he had to take off, but you guys are the team he was pulling for. So he's.
Oh, yeah, I was listening to the broadcast the whole time.
Were you?
I was.
Nice. So yeah, I know he's looking forward to coaching you guys up as well. And again, you guys did a fantastic job. The tournament was a ton of fun. The skill levels that we had in this tournament were drastically better across the board than they have been in our first couple of tournaments. And to see how you guys all played together across those skill levels was so much fun. And seeing people like, Aero Pilot is the lowest ranked player in the entire tournament. I think he's Plat 3. He may have made it to Diamond 1, but I can't remember for sure. But seeing how he was competing against GC2s and GC1s, and just watching how everybody played together, it really showed the importance of teamwork. And you guys really exemplified that, coming from behind in that series like you did. And so, again, hats off and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Great work, gentlemen. GG's.
GG's.
Jeez.
All right. And with that, I believe we are out. So for everyone that joined us, thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being along with us. We try to do these maybe once every 2 months. So don't look for one anytime, before New Year's. But we'll try to get another one going as quick as we can. And with that, guys, take care.